Tune. A regular season full of ups and downs comes to an end tonight for the Bucs. Anchorage takes on the Chugiak-Chinooks in game number 29 of the ABL season. Now, the Bucs have punched their ticket to the championship series against the Miners starting on Monday. But before we get to Palmer, there's one more page to write in the Anchorage Bucs regular season. It's the Bucs and Chinooks from a cloudy Lee Jordan Field in Chugiak, Alaska. And we're so happy to bring you the action. Warm hello to everyone tuning in. Milo Hoffman alongside Alex Burstein. A cloudy day, game number 29 of the regular season. Boy, it's flown by.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like just yesterday the Bucs were in exhibition play against the Miners, but as you mentioned in your open, it's been very up and down. The season started with a ton of ups. They had that kind of June swoon into July, and then they finally were able to figure stuff out in these last couple of weeks to clinch that number 2 seed. But, you know, this is a game just about getting some extra reps before the ones that really count on Monday.
Yeah, the Bucs come in with a 3-game losing streak. Like you said, they already punched their ticket to Palmer. They play the Miners starting on Monday in a best 2 out of 3 series, the championship series. Bucs trying to take home back-to-back championships. And that would be a real big feat to accomplish for this team. You know, the Bucs trying to get to the top again against the Miners, who've been there 4 times in a row.
Yeah, last year was one that was obviously a win, but they didn't actually play the championship series. So this one would mean just a little bit more, getting the actual wins on the field, especially on the road field. And the Miners, as I'm sure we'll talk about today, have been the team to beat all season long. So it's going to be hard to get wins in Mat 2, but it all starts on Monday. And even today, you want to make sure you end in the right direction. You've lost 3 in a row. Can you end the year on a win streak, not a losing streak? That all starts in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, well, the Bucs were not in action yesterday due to an active shooter near Mulcahy Stadium. Everyone was okay, so the game was not played. So we go back 2 days ago when the Bucs paid the Pilots. They fell short. Let's take a look back at how that one went down at Mulcahy Stadium as well.
Anchorage Bucs baseball is on the air, and the championship series is set. The Bucs have punched their ticket, but the rest of the regular season still needs to be played. The Bucs finalized the season series against their crosstown rivals. It's the Bucs and the Glacier Pilots for the 10th and final time this regular season here at Mulcahy Stadium. Just putting it all together. 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch. McGarry grounds one left side. Marks dives, can't make the play. Toger's in to score around third base. Corey Bantam, he's coming home. There's no throw from left field, and a 2 RBI hit has the Bucs up 2-0 in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
First pitch in the air, left field. Rodriguez makes the catch, and the runner Ewell is tagging. No throw as he will come in, a sacrifice fly, 3-0. Bucs now lead.
I don't know. Burkhalt's a big catcher. Not too much speed.
He's going, and it's ripped to right field. That'll drive in 1. Logan Ewell bobbles it, and they're going to hold up the runner at third base. So it's 1st and 3rd, an RBI single for Hunter Klotz. On 1st and 3rd, righty versus righty. First pitch off the end of the bat, down the right field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Burkholt will come in to score. Heading to 3rd is Klotz. It's 4 consecutive singles for the Pilots, and they now trail 3-2. 1-0 pitch. In the air, left field. Retreating is McGarry. Back in front of the warning track. Now on the warning track. That'll tie the game as Klotz will come in to score. The throw goes to 2nd, holding the runner at 1st. 3-3 here in the 4th.
Back in the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball 4. Andrew Becker gets rid of his gear. He trots on over to first base. The Pilots have the lead, 4-3. Ryan Christensen touches home. Peers in for the sign. Now he spins and deals. Breaking ball hit up the middle towards center field. Coming on near it. Dives, makes the play. Tagging from 3rd is Ryan Christensen. Oh, it dropped. They say it dropped. The force out's at 3rd base. It's Jet Ruby out. The run comes home to score Dylan Marks. It looked like Joey Narrett made the play out in center field, but he dropped it at the last second.
It's the first offering. Narrett corks one towards right center field. Back towards the track. It drops for a base hit. Around third to score, Logan Yule. Narrett holds up at second base, and an RBI blaster by Joey Narrett has the Bucs within one, 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th.
0-1. Here it is. Swung on and tapped on the ground towards third. Teasing. Fields takes his time, fires to first. They got him. The ball game is over, and Jack Boots completes the save for the Peas. 1-2-3 go the Bucs in the 9th. They lose their 3rd in the row, and the Pilots take the last regular season meeting between the two Anchorage sides. 5-4 the final. Well, there you have it. A loss to the Pilots for the Bucs. They end out the regular season 6-4 against their fellow Anchorage sides, and that's it for the Pilots. They're against the Miners today, but not a great way to end off against the Anchorage Pilots, a team you'd like to beat in a game that kind of just got out of hand for the Bucs fast.
Yeah, it's a weird game, very back and forth, but the Bucs obviously trying to conserve some pitching. Cade Finazzo, the starter, only went 2 innings, so it's a game obviously you'd like to have won, but didn't matter that much in the standings. So this is the game that if you want to win one of the ones that don't count, you'd like to get a win, get some positive momentum heading into the next week championship set. So it's all going to come down to a couple of key factors here tonight against Chugiak, and it begins on the mound with Nate Muncy, who's had a very interesting season in both relief and now starting.
Yeah, Nate Muncy making his first start on the hill today. He's made 5 appearances so far, all of them out of relief, 5 2/3. Speaking of relief, before the game today, Alex Burstein had a chance to talk with one of the Bucs relievers, Kade Wagert, for the first time this season. Let's see what the reliever had to say ahead of the Bucs and Chinooks here at Lee Jordan Field.
Alex Burstein here with Kade Wagert before today's matchup against the Shinooks. Kade, you came here for the last couple weeks of the season. What made you want to come back to Alaska?
Well, I was up here 2 years ago, so got to get it all in then. But I had a ton of fun 2 years ago, so wanted to come back. Had some issues with a school class that I had to take on campus this summer, but luckily there was an online version available, so I was able to do that, and then talked with Malpe a little bit and was able to get up here for the last couple weeks.
What's been the difference coming back here now as a junior versus being a young ball player last time?
It's definitely not as I don't know. It's a lot more comfortable. It's a ton of fun to see a new different group of guys and experience some of the similar things though that I still had 2 years ago.
First year at North Dakota State this spring. What was your experience up like there in North Dakota?
It was a lot of fun. It was a really fun group of guys. Enjoyed every day with them, and then we ran on some late season success, so that was a ton of fun to get to go on that run with everyone. Making a regional was something that was a big goal of ours, so it was a ton of fun to accomplish that.
Yeah, kind of a big run through the Summit League to then make it there. What are kind of the vibes like just being a part of that?
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. We were definitely just riding it while we could. We just needed to win a couple games in May, and that's what we were going for, and ended up doing it. It was a ton of fun those last couple weeks.
How different is it playing in Texas versus playing in North Dakota?
Not even really comparable. Texas obviously are outside all the time, and it's 100 degrees most of the year. But up in Fargo, it's about the exact opposite. We're inside. We absolutely make the most of it, but we do what we can. We got very nice indoor facilities, so we handle it well.
And then on the field this summer, mainly used as a middle reliever. Do you feel like that's where your skill sets are best used?
Yeah, I think that was just kind of the role that needed to be filled coming in here. For me right now, I feel like I could pretty much be anywhere in this starting lineup or late game relief, at middle relief. It doesn't, to me, I'm just trying to get some innings this summer yet, so I'll take them where I can get them.
And then just a couple games left, trying for that championship series. What would the championship with this team mean?
Oh, it'd be huge. We 2 years ago weren't able to get it done. We've got the Mayor's Cup so far this year, so we need one more to go.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to Kade for taking the time to talk with Alex here at Lee Jordan Field ahead of this one. Now, Kade Wagert came over late this summer, but he's someone that the Bucs could rely on maybe today or maybe in the championship series against the Miners.
Yeah, I mean, you heard him in the interview. He feels like he could be a starter, a middle reliever, or in a closing role. He just feels like he has a very diverse skill set on the mound. We've usually seen him in middle relief. So if he pitches in this game, great. And if he doesn't, it probably means they're saving the arm for Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. This is a Bucs team that's lost a bunch of pitchers over the last couple of days, so you really want to conserve arms today and leave the best of the best for this upcoming week.
Yeah, the Bucs do have a day off tomorrow, Sunday, before the series starts on Monday over in Palmer, Alaska. We already talked about Nate Muncy, the starting pitcher today, making his 6th appearance on the season. First start, pitches to a 4.76 ERA. I'll go down the lineup for the Bucs as the top of the first is minutes away. It's James Florencio getting the start at shortstop tonight for the first time this season. Landon Underhill batting second. He's in center field. Reese Sherman doing the catching is batting third. Sean Toger is over and right, bats cleanup. Grant Haas right behind him hitting 5. He's at third base for the first time this season as well. RJ Ruay, today's DH, bats 6th. Corey Bantam, the first baseman, is 7th. Jaden Toki and Austin Gamel round out the lineup, second base and left field. So it's an interesting lineup for sure, not a lineup that we've seen so far this season, and a whole bunch of players in new spots. Alex, what kind of guy stands out to you, someone who may be playing a position that they're not normally used to playing?
I'm interested in seeing how Jaden Toki fits into that second base spot, because overall this season he's been great at the plate, and his defensive struggles have not come on fielding the ball. It's mainly come on those throws to first base. Now he's at second base. It's a different distance, but obviously it's closer to first and all the way over in the hot corner. So if he has a really good game at second, I think that opens up a couple things for the Bucs. Good to try him out there and see what Toki can do.
On the other side, it's Kade Fujioka making his 5th start of the season, just 14 and a third innings pitched, a 10.67 ERA, and he faced the Bucs back on June 18th, and boy, that's a day that Kade Fujioka wants to forget. Went just 2/3 of an inning, gave up 5 earned runs, so trying to bounce back today in the season finale for the Chinooks. Now going down the lineup for Chugiak, it's Isaiah Peredo who starts it off in center field. Tate Green bats second. He's playing shortstop. Carson Clark, the second baseman, bats third, and Carson Clark coming off one of the best days of the ABL so far. He had a walk-off 3-run shot against the Pilots last night at the same field.
Yeah, bottom of the 9th inning, trailing by 1, and the storybooks came true. He was able to hit one down the left field line and get to go, a 3-run shot to win it for Chugiak, and for a team that obviously doesn't have as much to play for, the season coming to a close today. That's a storybook moment to remember this season by.
Right behind him, Jake Mitchell bats clean up, the first baseman. Patrick McGlon over at third base bats 5th. Keaton Laidley DHing today, batting 6th. Brady Groves over in left field bats 7th. Tim Reynolds, the catcher, playing his final baseball game ever. We'll get to that later on in the show. He bats 8th. And Orion Medeiros rounds out the order. He bats 9th. Like you said, the Chinooks come in 11-17, the final regular season matchup for them. But the Chinooks, they always seem to be happy. They always seem to be having a good time. And they're out there. They want to win today. They want to really bring a nice close to this ABL season.
Yeah, well, the difference between these two lineups, while the Bucs obviously skillful to have a lot of guys playing positions for either the first time this season or the first time in a couple of weeks, this Chugiak lineup looks a lot similar to what they were playing just last week against the Bucs, because they don't need the rest guys. They want to end the season, as you said, on a sweet, not a sour note. So this is an A-plus lineup for Chugiak tonight, and if they can play like that, that could be big. The one area of concern, how long can Fujioka go? He's had some iffy outings. You mentioned that one against the Bucs. So it all starts at that one position for the Chinooks tonight. If he can do well, then the rest of the team will follow suit.
And he's averaged just about 3 2/3 innings every start this season for Kade Fujioka. So not someone you might not be used to, going very long, but he's out there today trying to round out this season for the Chinooks. 65 degrees and very cloudy today in Chugiak. Unlike last game, the Bucs played her just on Wednesday, just 2 games ago. The Bucs lost that one in a game that just got away from Anchorage very fast. They got off to a nice 1-0 start in the first inning, but could not seal the deal. RJ Ruay was on the mound. He went 4 innings pitched, just 3 earned runs, but today he's DHing, so it must be interesting for him. One day you're out here pitching, the next you're DHing, not even playing the field for RJ.
Yeah, he's done this all season long, trying to transitioning through these different positions, but DH has been the rarest one. His bat has been up and down. Now he's skirted his way over to a 200 batting average. Not bad at all, but it'll be interesting to see what he does. You talked about how that was a close game on Thursday. The Bucs, during this 3-game losing streak, have led in every single one, so it's now about closing the deal.
The Chinooks just taking the field now as their starting lineups are being introduced here at Lee Jordan Field. Speaking of starting lineups, the man who put together the Bucs starting lineup, head coach Joe Silva. I had the chance to talk to the skipper before today's game at Lee Jordan Field, so let's take a look and see what head coach Joe Silva had to say.
Milo Hoffman here with head coach Joe Silva ahead of the Bucs and Chinooks final regular season game. Coach, has the season really flown by? We're already at the end of the regular season.
Yeah, I had some time for reflection today on it, and I think that when you look at it from a day-to-day perspective, it does fly by. There are some weeks in there where you blink and it's over, but you look back and look at first exhibition game at Matsu, June 2nd. The weather's obviously changed, so it does feel like the summer has gone, but in a good way for sure.
Now, the team has already clinched the playoffs, going to play the Miners starting on Monday. Today, regular season finale. Lineup looks a bit different. Grant Haas starting at third base. What went into that decision to put him at third today?
Yeah, he's comfortable on the left side of the infield too, right? And in preparation for our matchup, we just have to see what we have. Grant's guy who's fielded grounders over at third base, even in the early portions of the seasons before the Sanchez injury. So want to see it in the game setting, but then also get him off his feet later on in the day.
You talk about third base position. Corey Bantam, you said, going to start at first, then go over to third base. I saw him taking grounders before we left on the bus today. Looked like he had an arm, but I believe he played quarterback in high school. So what'd you see out of him? Put him at third later in the game.
Yeah, I've thrown the football around with him a couple of times this year. He's got the tightest spiral on the team. Just, you know, and you can tell that he played QB with that arm slot in action. He's not going to be afraid to body up a baseball if he needs to, right? And we're really starting to see his back come around too. So just getting creative with ways to get guys in the lineup.
You have Nate Muncy on the mound making his first start of the season. What can you expect out of him today, making the start in the regular season finale?
Yeah, Nate's a true strike thrower. The big thing is going to be how he commands his secondary pitch and his ability to keep hitters off balance.
And what's the mindset today? You know, you already clinched. You're playing the Chinooks, who are not in the playoffs, but a win today could bring some momentum into the series against the Miners.
Right, yeah. We're going to go out to, compete and win a baseball game, but it's also seeing guys at different spots, making sure guys are fresh and healthy. But more than anything, I just want them to enjoy the experience, right? With the Chinooks, I mean, they're a first-class organization. They got a good home field, so it's our last time here playing. So I just want them to enjoy it today, and we'll try and keep guys fresh and rotate in.
All right. Perfect. Thank you, Coach. Do you have that line?
Thank you so much to head coach Joe Silva for talking to me before the game. Now, like we said, the lineup does look a little bit different today. It's Grant Haas over at third base. You heard me talking to him, someone who's comfortable on the left side of the infield. So first action for Haas over at third. Now, Corey Bantam, like you heard, also expected to move over to third base as the game goes along here at Lee Jordan Field. Someone who I was watching before we left on the bus today. He had an absolute arm. He played high school football. So you heard Joe Silva said it. He's someone that has a gun and maybe can play third base going forward for this team, possibly if they need it in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, that was the definition of a missile arm from what we saw earlier. He was getting them easily over to first base where he's usually playing. So now's the time to try out new things, and if it doesn't work, this game doesn't count. But Corey Bantam, certainly a player to watch here tonight. He's been up and down bat this season, but if it can have a plus bat and a plus arm, that's someone you want in your lineup.
No, he's doing well in the month of July. 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs and 3 walks for Corey Bantam. He's back in the lineup today. He's playing first to start us off. The Chinooks are on the field taking their warm-ups. Kade Wagert takes the mound as we're just moments away from first pitch here at Lee Jordan Field. 2-man umpire crew on hand in the 65-degree weathered Chugiak, Alaska. Toby Milan behind home plate calling balls and strikes. And Kenny Akins is manning the field. So just a game that rounds out the ABL season, the last game for the Bucs, game number 29. Now, of course, it should have been 30, but yesterday's game was canceled. So the Bucs trying to finish out on a high note. They come in having lost 3 in a row, but before that, they won 3 in a row. So it's been sort of an up and down season. Like we said, they started off the best team in the league. Now, all of a sudden, they've kind of brought down to that second best team in the league consistently. So if the Bucs can win today, that would be big for the momentum moving forward into the championship series.
Yeah, we've already talked about, but the Miners have just been so good. 21-6 on the year. They have a 7.5 lead on the Bucs for first place. But when you go to these best-of-3 series, it's really anyone's game. And Coach Joe Silva has talked about you just need to win that first game, and you really have a good chance. So if the Bucs can end tonight well and then take that momentum into Monday's contest over in Palmer, it's a good sign for the Bucs, and all comes down to that game 1.
Chinooks out in the field. They'll go through how they line up defensively. Brady Groves over on left, Isaiah Peridot in center field, and Orion Medeiros mans right field. In the infield, it's Patrick McGlon at third base, Tate Green at shortstop, Carson Clark, the second baseman, Jake Mitchell's playing first, Tim Reynolds doing the catching, and Kade Fujioka is the starting pitcher for the Chinooks. He's making his 5th start on the season, 5th appearance with a 10.67 ERA. James Florencio leads stuff off for the Bucs, and a huge shout out to Esther, James Florencio's grandmother, watching all the way from Arizona. She tunes into every game, so we're so glad Esther is watching tonight as well, the last regular season matchup for the Bucs, and I'm sure she'll be tuning in for the playoffs as well starting on Monday. Fujioka comes set at the letters. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Fastball left high and wide, and we're underway. It's 1-0. Right on left matchup to start off today's game. Provencio comes in at .278 hitter, 11 RBIs on the season. Fujioka ready, now he comes home. Fastball taken just outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
No batting gloves to start the game.
Provencio goes back and forth, I've noticed. Sometimes he rocks the batting gloves. Today, he doesn't. I believe last game he didn't as well. Maybe just a feel thing. Here's the 2-0. Fastball taken for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 2-1.
I've learned with wood bats, especially as people who don't usually swing the bat, you always want to have the gloves or the blisters just pop up everywhere.
I mean, I get blisters just from lifting a 10-pound weight. 2-1. Fastball, that hit Provencio on the elbow. He flips his bat towards the dugout. That can't feel too good, especially on a cloudy day today in Chugiak, 65 degrees. But he walks on over to first. Fist bump still in Espinal, so the leadoff man is aboard for the Bucs here in the top of the first.
Yeah, I mean, he'll take just reaching to start off this game. That's what the leadoff man likes to do, and it's a role that Provencio for a good chunk of this season has done so well with.
Landon Underhill now, the center fielder, bats 2. He steps into the lefty box. Fujioka checks on Provencio, now he comes home. Fastball left high and wide, and it's 1-0. Underhill with a .255 average. Now, it's an average that has been decreasing over the majority of the season, at least in July, but he still really puts the ball in play a whole lot. He just wants to find some outfield grass. Here's the 1-0. Fastball just missed outside, and it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the first, Provencio, the leadoff man, aboard. Hit by pitch just a few moments ago. Landon Underhill, the number 2 hitter. Taps his bat on home plate. Now he's ready. Here's the 2-0. Slider misses low and inside. It's 3-0 now, Landon Underhill.
Well, it'd be great for Nate Muncy if his first start of the season he could be pitching with a lead for the first inning.
Yeah, Muncy really excited to get back on the mound, making his first start since last summer. Here's the 3-0. Fastball missed outside, ball 4 for Landon Underhill. He trots on over to first. Provencio up 90 feet to scoring position. So first and second occupied for the Bucs here in the top of the first inning. Underhill now has walks in 5 of the last 6 games. He's really been getting aboard via the walk.
Yeah, you talk about that batting average, and yes, it's a little bit lower than he would like it, but as he's moved up into these 1 and 2 spots, he's still found the way to get on bat, and that's why when you talk with Joe Silva, he's comfortable with him in this 1 spot or the 2 spot because he either reaches or his outs are very, very loud.
Always going to be a bat that you want in the lineup as much as you can. He's playing center field today, normally an infielder. Here's Reese Sherman, the catcher. Fujioka comes home. Fastball misses just upstairs. 1-0 now on Sherman. Sherman hits .236 on the season. He struggled just a bit in July, looking to get going before the playoffs. Wind breezes out to center field. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and tight. It's 2-0.
Yeah, it seems like he needs some offensive new juju or something. Move him up in the order, see if that helps him out. Because sometimes that gives guys a little bit of confidence.
He's had a lot of luck here at Lee Jordan Field. Probably his best game of the season. All the way back on June 26th. 2 for 4. 4 RBIs. Led the Bucs to a win. Here's the 2-0. Fastball taken down the chute. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now in Sherman. Sherman rocks one batting glove that's bright yellow, the other that's dark blue. Severely closed stance in the righty box. Right on right matchup. Underhill off first, prevents you off second. Here's the pitch. Fastball cracked in the air towards deep left field. Back goes Groves, and that ball's on the hill. It's out of here. Reese Sherman, his first long ball of the season, and it's 3-0 Bucks in the top of the first. He just torpedoed that ball out towards the foul pole. My goodness, what a start.
Yeah, that one got out in a hurry. It's a line drive that squeaked over that left field fence. The fan's going to throw it back onto the field, but wow, we were just talking about earlier today, Reese Sherman might be our most surprising player who has not hit a home run this season. There it is. He's had a good bat, and now he has a great one.
Probably the most impressive batting practice hitter I've seen. Here's Toger. He looks at a fastball high and tight. 1-0.
What a start.
Just got out here in a hurry. My goodness. No time to react. Up on that hill over there, Chugiak has that big hill out to left. It bounced. Here's the 1-0. Fastball misses high and wide. 2-0. Still nobody out top of the first. Kade Fujioka. He went 2/3 of an inning. His last start against the Bucks all the way back on June 18th. Having flashback memories. 2-0. Slider ripped in the air, foul towards right field. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Toger.
Well, you know what the Bucks would love more than just a win today? A short win, so
Yes.
they don't have to use many arms.
Very true. Hopefully Nate Muncy can go out there and give some good length, save some relievers for the playoffs. Here's the 2-1. Slider tapped down the third baseline, foul. And it's 2-2 on Sean Toger. He adjusts his batting glove. Sean Toger wears his goggles every time he plays, but he doesn't wear any glasses when he's not playing.
He looks so different
Yeah.
on the field versus off the field.
I noticed that. Normally you see people wear glasses, maybe rock the goggles on the field. Not for Toger.
Contacts, maybe?
2-2. Slider down in the dirt. It's 3-2 on Sean Toger.
He sees the ball well. That's all that matters.
He does. It's 321 on the season. He's been seeing the ball really well of late. 388 average last 5 games. Here's the 3-2. Fastball foul back, and Toger loses his bat. It goes all the way to the screen near Grant Haas, who's on deck. He's smiling. He fouled it off, though, so it'll still be a payoff pitch coming to Sean Toger, but that's got to be scary. Good thing that fence is there shielding the fans.
Yeah, it's a good thing he hit above the fence where there's the netting because it ricocheted, didn't hurt the bat either. Bench manager Kirk Schreider didn't flinch a muscle despite the bat only being 10 feet from him.
He's been doing this for a
He's
while.
been around this game a while.
Payoff pitch from Kade Fujioka. Here it is. Fastball hit on the ground, right side through for a base hit. Sean Toger aboard with a single. Still nobody out in the top of the first, and the Bucks are swinging it today.
That one just laced towards right field. Very, very sharp off the bat. Saw the fastball and continues to be a really good stretch for Sean Toger. Now playing in his outfield field position since his pitching limit is done, and he's making the most use of it.
At first base now, he also plays first base a whole lot. Here's Grant Haas, pitch. Fastball chopped on the ground, third base side, out of play. No balls and 1 strike to Grant Haas. Comes in 271 average, 13 RBIs on the season. Just back on Wednesday, Grant Haas went 3 for 5 at Lee Jordan Field. The Bucks lost that one, but he's been swinging it pretty well since coming back from the injury. Check back to Toger, not in time. Bucks today in their camo tops, their gray pants. The Shinooks in their blue tops, their white pants, but the blue tops look like football jerseys. We've talked about this time and time again with the cursive Shinooks over. Here's the 0-1. Fastball fouled right back. It's 0-2 on Haas.
It's almost more like a hockey jersey even.
Maybe it's got the stripes along the shoulders. They have their half white, half blue caps with the red brim. Fujioka back on the rubber, ready for the 0-2. Toger takes his lead. Pitch, slide, or called strike through in the outside corner. A nice dot from Kade Fujioka, the first out of the ball game. 1 gone in the top of the first.
Yeah, way to use that off speed to your advantage and just hook that one into the bottom outside corner. Haas had to stare at it and finally get some momentum for his defense after a very rough start.
Here's RJ Rouet, the DH today. Toger takes his lead off first base. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. A big hack from Rue, and it's 0-1.
So do you have a favorite uniform from this season
I
in
think
the ABL?
these are my favorites.
Oh, really?
Oh, maybe the Pilots. The Pilots have those You know what? My favorite piece of garment from the ABL is the Pilots warm-ups. Those blue warm-ups. They look old school, just the nice, simple Pilots over the top. I don't know. Something about that reminds me of like an old school Dodgers warm-up. Here's the 0-1. Fastball left outside. It's 1-1 on Rue.
They've got their old school coach in Rich Price.
That's
I'm
true.
sure he had a say in that.
I always see him walking out for batting practice.
I don't think he takes that off. I
No,
think he just
I agree.
always has
and he
that
wears
on.
the batting gloves all the time,
Yeah.
too. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken just low. It's 2-1 on RJ Rue now. 1 out, top of the first. Bucs 3-0 off of Reese Sherman's 3-run shot to left field. First big bomb of the season. Here's the 2-1. Fastball fouled back left field. It's out of play. 2-2. A double play here would be huge for Kade Fujioka. You give up 3 runs early, but if you can get out of it, that being the only damage, that'll be a massive, massive win for the starting pitcher. Here's the 2-2. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second is not in time. Shortstop Tate Green couldn't clump the ball. He had it in his glove for a split second, but it trickled to the right side of second. So Sean Toger safe via the steal. It's a strikeout for RJ Rue, and there's 2 gone in the top of the first.
That's a tough break for Tim Reynolds, the catcher, who that would have been his first runner caught of the entire season, then placed the ball well on the throw and in time. But good job by Toger to get all up in there, and when you have a runner there, it's harder to make a clean play.
Here's Corey Bantam, the first baseman, right on left matchup. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1 now on Bantam. 217 average, 1 homer, 8 RBIs for the first baseman. Like I said at the top, he's been hitting real well in the month of July. 3 for 5 in limited at-bats, 5 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. Fastball missed outside. It's 1-1 on Corey Bantam. Sean Toger leads off of second. 3-0 Bucs, top of the first, 2 outs. Wind blowing out to center field. That American flag in dead center pretty much tells us everything we need to know. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, swing and a miss. At the knees, it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Toger off of second. Fujioka trying to work out of the first, giving up just the 3 runs off of Reese Sherman's homer. He's set at the letters. Now he comes home. Swung on and lined out to left center field. Brady Groves tracks back, and he makes the play. Nice running play from Brady Groves. It was in the left center field gap, and that'll do it in the top of the first. The Bucs get 3 runs off of a Reese Sherman 3-run shot out to deep left field. We'll be right back going to the bottom of the first. Don't go anywhere. It's Bucs baseball. Back here at Lee Jordan Field, glad you're joining us. Milo Hoffman here with Alex Burstein as we go to the bottom of the first. 3-0 Bucs. Reese Sherman hit a 3-run jack out to left field to get the Bucs off to a fast start. It's Nate Muncy making his first start on the season, his 6th appearance in 5 2/3, a 4.76 ERA. just 2 strikeouts. Features a fastball, a splitter, a slider, and a changeup. But boy, that splitter, he's been talking about it all week. He's excited to feature that today.
Yeah, he's never thrown it in a game before, but might as well try it out for start of the season. And if it works, it could be very dangerous against especially a lefty.
Isaiah Pareto leads us off. Pitch, fastball high and tight. It's 1-0 on the center fielder. Pareto comes in at 298 average, 8 RBIs, and 19 stolen bases, best in the ABL. He's trying to get on. Pitch, fastball hit high in the air, foul territory. That'll make the stands. It's 1-1 now on Pareto. Like Alex said, left on left matchup to start us off. Pareto a slightly open stance in the box. Here's the pitch. Slider misses down in the dirt. It's 2-1.
Yeah, Pareto's interesting. He has a very, very minuscule leg kick with his right leg. He raises it maybe an inch above the ground, but it's worked this season. He's been hot, especially as of recent.
2-1. Fastball swing and a miss. High and tight. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once he steps back on the rubber, in those camo tops for the Bucs, 2-2. Fastball tap foul. Still 2-2 on Pareto. Well, Nate Muncy had an interesting pregame routine here, and it wasn't necessarily today. He went fishing last night.
Yeah.
36 fishes in 2 hours.
Pretty good numbers.
2-2. Slider swung on and hit high in the air towards left center field. Left fielder Austin Gamel, now called off by the center fielder Landon Underhill, makes the play. That's the first out of the bottom of the first. But my goodness, 36 fishes, 2 hours. We got back today from the gym. Him, Kade Wagert, and Joey Nair were slicing fish on a table. And you told me that's something you're never going to do in your entire life.
Yeah, unless I develop some new skill, I will not.
Pitch to Tate Green is fouled right back to the fence.
We should be clear, the 3 of them caught 36
It's
fishes.
true. Not just Nate Muncy.
But still, I mean.
We'll be fair and divvied up 12-12-12.
Still a lot better than us.
Much better, though. Hey,
You're
got your
0 for
fish.
over the summer.
You don't need to rub it in. Here's the 0-1. Spiked in the dirt, a fastball, about 58 feet. So 1-1 now on Tate Green. Comes in a 272 hitter with 2 homers, 8 RBIs on the season. And struggling just a bit in the month of July, the 184 compared to a 360 average in June. So he's died off in the second month of the ABL season. Once he comes set at the ice, now he comes home. Fastball swung on and foul tipped into Sherman's glove. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tate Green. We're in the bottom of the first, 1 gone. Bucs lead 3-0 here at Lee Jordan Field. Regular season finale. Here's the 1-2. Fastball left in the dirt. It's 2-2 now. Muncy seems like he's having just a bit of trouble commanding that fastball today. He's gotten a couple swing and misses because when it's in the zone, it has some nice zip, but it's just a matter of consistently commanding. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. Right on by Tate Green. It was high and wide, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, he's had a lot of success when that fastball is high in the zone. That's where he's gotten the swing so far and not a lot of contact. So if it's not working low, just keep it high, and it works there to get the first K of the night for the left-hander.
At the eyes, always more tempting to swing there. That brings up Carson Clark, the second baseman. Another left-on-left matchup. Pitch. Fastball yanked away. It's 1-0. Well, Carson Clark had a nice day yesterday. He had a walk-off 3-run homer. So that's always going to feel good. Second to last regular season game for the Chinooks. 1-0. Fastball called to strike on the outside edge. It's 1-1. It was his first hit since June 8th, I should say. Or make that July 8th. So not a whole month, but just a week. Fastball down at the dirt. It's 2-1 now on Clark. And walked it off over the Pilots. Pilots are in action today against the Miners, their regular season finale. 2 balls, 1 strike on Clark. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees, called to strike. It's 2-2.
That's been the pitch so far for Muncy.
That time he went down low. Normally he's been going up high, but definitely the fastball has been his trusted one. Fastball misses down and away this time. It's full on Carson Clark with 2 gone in the bottom of the first. Bucs lead 3-0. Reese Sherman hit a 3-run shot in the top half of the inning. 3 runs came across to the Bucs before the first out was recorded. Payoff pitch. Fastball swung on and lined towards left center field. Landon under on the run and he can't get there. It's in the gap. Clark rounds first. He has eyes for second and it cruises in with a stand-up double. So the first hit of the day for the Chinooks, a double for Carson Clark, and there's 1 on with 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Clark riding the hot bat. That one just a gapper towards left center, and it had that tail towards the left field. That makes it very hard to catch for Underhill. Gamel wasn't expecting it either over and left, and a good piece of hitting. Made it all the way almost to the wall.
That brings up Jake Mitchell, the first baseman. Left on right matchup. Here's the offering. Fastball left upstairs. It's 1-0 now on Mitchell. Comes in a .272 hitter with 2 homers, 13 RBIs in the midst of a 7-game hit streak. He's been swinging a hot bat. Clark leads off second. 2 gone, bottom first. Here's the pitch. Fastball called a strike inside corner. It's 1 ball and 1 strike now on Mitchell. Nice crowd on hand here in Chugiak, all the way down the left and right field lines. People set up their chairs near the Shinooks bullpen, catching some baseball. Here's the 1-1. Fastball down at the dirt. Clark will take off for third. No throw from Sherman. So now a runner on third for the Chinooks with 2 gone. The count's 2-1 on Jake Mitchell.
Yeah, Muncie just has to shake that one off. You already have your 2 outs. Just focus on the batter at hand. If you can get out of this inning clean, you can forget about that runner. So just fire up a couple strikes here.
Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and hit towards left field, out of play. Mitchell just under that one. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here on Jake Mitchell in the bottom of the first. Once he steps back on the rubber, first base side. He peers in from the sign. Reese Sherman gives it. Muncie nods. Comes set at the eyes. Here's the offering. Swung on and hit high in the air. Stays in the infield. Now foul territory. Sherman gives a look, but it's out of play. Reaches the bleachers to our right. We'll do the 2-2 again. Couple fans up on the hill over and left. Last time we were here, I went out there to sit. So did you. It's one of the best vantage points the ABL has to offer. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Fastball in at the knees, just inside. Now 3-2 on Mitchell.
It's one of the best vantage points I've seen in baseball from game from period. I mean, you can see the mountains, you can see the game very clearly.
Once he comes set, here's the payoff pitch. Fastball tapped at the plate. Reese Sherman couldn't hold on to it. That caught a bit of Sherman's right hand, it seemed like. The ball was deadened right behind home plate. Home plate umpire Toby Milam goes out to talk with Nate Muncie by the catcher sometime. Still 3-2 on Jake Mitchell. 2 outs, bottom of the first. 3-0 Bucs lead it.
Yeah, luckily Sherman looks like he's okay. Flexed his fingers a couple times, but didn't look to be wincing in any pain, and now he'll return to his usual squat.
Mitchell takes a squat in the box. Half beige, half black bat. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, ripped, fair down the third base line. Carson Clark comes on in to score. Mitchell rounds first. He goes for second. Austin Gamel fields it and fires into Provencio, the shortstop. So it's an RBI double for Jake Mitchell, and the Chinooks are on the board. 3-1, bottom of the first.
Yeah, it's a hard hit ball there that squeaked into the left field line a little bit past third base. No chance for Grant Haas to get that one. Didn't even make a diving effort. And back-to-back well-hit balls here by the Chinooks.
Back-to-back doubles. Here's Patrick McGlaw, the third baseman. Once he comes home. Fastball's ripped into deep left center field. Gamel on the run, looking up, and that ball's low off the wall. Mitchell rounds third. He's in easily a 3rd straight double for the Chinooks, and it's 3-2 in the bottom of the first.
The ball kind of just kept on carrying and thought it was a home run, but ended up diving right in front of the wall there. Still a very well hit ball, and there was placed perfectly where neither the left or center fielders could reach it. So very impressive stuff here from the Chinooks bats, who are just seeing the ball very well out of Muncie's hands.
Keaton Laidley now will try and keep the train moving. In the lefty box, a closed stance for the DH. Here's Muncie's offering. Runner goes, pitches in the dirt, throw, no throw from Reese Sherman. It's a stolen bag for Pat McGlon. A runner on third now, still 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Chinooks have really awakened the bats quickly. Muncie comes set, here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground towards second base. Fielded by Toki, he fires the first in time, and that'll do it in the bottom of the first. But the Chinooks score 2 and make it a 3-2 ball game as we head to the second. 3 hits, 2 runs, and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the second. Bucs baseball. We'll be right back. Back at Lee Jordan Field as we head to the second. 3-2 now, Bucs on top. The Chinooks scored 2 in the home half of the first. So we've got a ball game heading into the second frame. Still Kade Fujioka on the hill for the Chinooks. Leading off the frame for the Bucs is Jaden Toki, the second baseman, who made the last putout in the bottom of the first. Playing second base for the first time this season. Looked pretty smooth on that one chance. First at-bat of the evening. Fujioka set at the letters. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and chopped on the ground foul, third base side.
We talked about that second base to first distance is shorter than the third one that Toki's used to, but he's had some trouble in the hot corner. This could be a good adjustment for him.
No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike on the outside corner. 0-2. We said Toki's struggled in the field. He's played majority third base, like you said. Had 8 errors over there, so trying to even it out at second. There's the 0-2. Slider swung on and just tapped foul at the plate. Barely stayed alive, Jaden Toki, so still 0-2 on the second baseman. Sports his bright yellow batting gloves. Taps his bat on home plate. Now he comes set. Fujioka as well. Here's the 0-2. Fastball left upstairs. It's 1-2 now. 3-2 Bucs lead it. They scored 3 in the first before any out was recorded. Then the Chinooks came back in the bottom half and scored 2 of their own. Here's the pitch. Slurve left inside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. You don't really see that too often. Fujioka just lost control of it.
Yeah, good job by Toki to get out of the way. You don't need any more hit batters. Fujioka already has 1 today, so let him make the errors, take your free passes. Just need a patient approach here for all the Bucs.
2 balls and 2 strikes, nobody out, top second. Here's the pitch. Fastball left inside. It's 3-2 now on Jaden Toki. Getting out of that first for Fujioka, though, just giving up the 3 runs was huge because right after that 3-run shot, Sean Toger ripped a single, so it looked like things were going to continue. And then they stopped. Payoff pitch. Fastball hit on the ground foul, third base side.
And well, both teams stranded the runner in scoring position in that first inning, so it shows the defense is starting to awaken as this game moves forward.
Chinooks hit 3 straight doubles from Clark, Mitchell, and McGlon. Here's the payoff pitch from Fujioka. Fastball left outside, ball 4 for Jaden Toki. He takes off his gear and trots on over to first. So the leadoff man in the second is aboard for the Bucs, nobody out. Exactly what happened in the top of the first. James Fermentio was hit by a pitch, and that just sparked the entire rally. So maybe the Bucs can get going again. Austin Gamel now the hitter, playing left field today. Right on left matchup Fujioka set, now he comes home. Gamel shows bunt, pops it up down the third base line. It lands and trickles into foul territory. It was popped up off the bat, but McGlon couldn't get there in time to make the grab. So 0-1 on the left fielder.
Interesting to see bunt here from Gamel. He's had mixed success at the plate, but not a horrible choice. Toki a fast runner over at first, and this might be a game where you just try to score 1 or 2 every inning and keep the pressure on the Chinooks.
Toki leads off first. Counts 0-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball. That hit Austin Gamel on the knee. His right knee, the leading knee for Gamel, was clipped by the fastball. Toki moves up to second. Gamel up to first. Second hit by pitch by Kade Fujioka this evening. First and second now occupied for the Bucs. Nobody out in the top of the second.
He barely showed any emotion off of that. I'm
Yeah.
surprising. Usually the knee will hurt a little bit.
Maybe it was just the thigh above the knee.
Could be possible. Somewhere in that area.
Bucs, number 7, the shortstop, James Provencio.
Well, here's the other man that was hit by a pitch. He started off the game. James Provencio. Here's the offering. He shows bunt. Fastball left outside. It's 1-0 now on Provencio. Clearly, bunting has been something the Bucs are thinking about. Maybe Joe Silva trying to implement that into their game ahead of the championship series against the Miners, who bunt more than anyone.
Yep.
Runners off first and second. Here's the 1-0. Fastball outside. 2-0 now on Provencio.
And by anyone, I don't even know if we mean the ABL. It might be anyone in the country because that team bunts a ton, and if the Bucs can even do half of that, it would be impressive.
Their number 9 hitter, Greg Parentoni, might be the best bunter I've ever seen, and he's okay with it.
He's still hitting 320.
Here's the 2-0. Fastball down and in. 3 balls and no strikes on Provencio. 3-2, Bucs lead it in the top of the second. It's Austin Gamel off first. Jaden Toki leads off of second. Nobody out. Right on left matchup. Provencio with no batting gloves digs in. Here's the pitch. Fastball called a strike at the knees. It's 3-1. James has struggled just a bit against the Chinooks this season, a .222 average against Chugiak. Trying to pick up his first RBI since July 2nd. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground towards second base. Clark is there, shovels to second. There's one. Relay not thrown. Toki advances to third on the play. So a fielder's choice ground out for James Provencio, and there's 1 gone in the top of the second.
Yeah, smart there by Green to not throw it. You have a speedy Provencio already near first base. You don't want to risk throwing the ball away, but obviously not what Provencio was expecting to do, but you do get a runner to third base, so almost works as a bunt.
Now it's Landon Underhill with runners on the corners. 1 gone, top of the second. Right on left matchup. Here's the pitch. Fastball left high and tight. It's 1-0 now on Underhill. He walked his first time up back in the first. Has now walked in 5 of 6 games. Still getting on base despite his average dropping just a little bit. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and ripped towards right field. Right at Madero's, though. He reaches back, makes the grab. Toki tags from third. He glides in easily. So it's a line sac fly from Landon Underhill. He smiles as he walks back towards the dugout. And it's 4-2 Bucs in the top of the second.
For the Bucs,
Yeah, well, Medeiros is really lucky he was standing right where he did because the right fielder was perfectly positioned to make a play on that one. Very loud out off of Underhill's bat, but he'll take that. He gets the RBI, and the Bucs continue to lead here.
Here's Reese Sherman. Pitch. Fastball yanked outside. It's 1-0 now on the catcher. The catcher, who hit a 3-run jack in the top of the first, out to left field. First homer of the season for Sherman. Provencio still leads off first. 2 gone in the top of the second. 4-2 Bucs. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and nubbed right back to the pitcher, Fujioka. Bounces off the rubber, throws the first in time, and that'll do it in the top of the second inning. The Bucs get another run via a Landon Underhill sac fly and now lead 4-2 as we head to the home half. You're listening to Bucs Baseball. We'll be right back.
9-7.
Back here at Lee Jordan Field, glad you're joining us. Milo Hoffman here with Alex Burstein as we head to the bottom of the second. The Bucs lead it 4-2. Scored 3 in the top of the first, 1 run in the top of the second. Landon Underhill just hit a sac fly out to right. More of a line sac fly, hit it on the screws. Brought home a run. Nate Muncy still on the rubber for the Bucs. He pitches to Brady Groves. Pitch. Fastball swung on and hit high in the air towards left field. Gamel backs up in front of the track and he makes the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Nate Muncy in the bottom of the second.
The wind is dead, but all these balls are just soaring here tonight at Lee Jordan Field. The outfielders have played them well most of the time, but these balls just seem to be flying tonight.
So here's Tim Reynolds, the catcher, who's playing his last baseball game of his career. Hopes to end off his career on a high note. Fastball, this is out inside, that is, so 1-0 now on Reynolds. Apparently, they're going to give him a little bit of a Mariano Rivera treatment, bring him out in the late innings. Stay tuned to find out. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees, called a ball. 2-0 now on Tim Reynolds. 4-2 Buck lead. We're in the bottom of the second. 1 gone. Muncy, first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Reynolds hits .091 this season, has a homer and 2 RBIs. Digs back into the righty box. His slightly closed stance. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball down low. It's 3-1 now in Reynolds. Outfield shifted slightly to the right. Infield played straight up. Here's the 3-1. Fastball misses inside, ball 4 to Reynolds. So it's a 1-out walk for the Chinooks in the bottom of the second. They try to come back again like they did in the first, scored 2 in the home half. Reynolds now at first trying to spark something.
That's the one thing you want to avoid if you're Nate Muncy. You give up hard contact, okay, but the free passes, you can avoid those pretty easily. So just pound the strike zone, let your defense do the work.
Muncy comes set, checks on the runner. And he throws back to first, not in time. Muncy has sort of an interesting move. He hops up on his knee, and then he fires to first. It's a good move, but you can sort of see it if you watch him a few times. We've gotten used to that, of course.
Yes, and of course you also run the risk of a balk there, so you just got to be extra careful. Obviously, the lefties like going to first.
He pitches to Orion Medeiros. Fastball misses down low. It's 1-0.
It's interesting. He's really just the second lefty starter there's been for the Bucs this season. Rue's done a lot, but there's only 3 left-handers on the roster.
Here's the 1-0. Fastball cut and a miss. It's 1-1. That's funny because the lineup is all lefties.
All lefties.
You can count the amount of lefty pitchers the Bucs have on one hand, but there's times where the majority of the Buck hitters in the lineup are all lefty. Here's the 1-1. Fastball cut on and missed again. 1-2. Down low heater that Muncy got Medeiros to swing right through. 1-2 now on Medeiros. It's Tim Reynolds leading off first base. 4-2 Buck lead. We're in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Fastball just missed inside. 2-2.
Yeah, 6 lefty hitters today for the Bucs.
That's definitely the majority. I can do math.
And they've done even more.
66%.
7 or 8.
Whole lot of lefties in the ABL. Here's the 2-2 coming from Muncy. Long pause. Now he comes so. Fastball swing and a miss. Down goes Medeiros. Second punchy of the evening for Nate Muncy, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
Oh, there Muncy goes, just putting something into the strike zone, tempting the batters, and getting the 9 guy to swing. That's going to be a recipe for success here for Muncy. And just like that, he ties his season number of strikeouts.
4 on the year. He's had 2 coming in. Here's the pitch to Peridot. Slider called a strike on the outside corner. That's a nice movement from Nate Muncy. 0-1 now on the leadoff man. Left on left matchup. Peridot flew out to left his first time up. Reynolds off first. And Muncy checks on Reynolds. Sort of a slow moving throw back to first. No harm intended. 0-1 still on Peridot. 2 outs, bottom 2. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and lined towards second, third, shortstop that is, and Provencio makes the grab.
As we head to the
He made it
top
at
of
the
third
head,
base, no
and that retires the side here in the bottom of the
One
second.
man left on base. The score,
Once he leaves,
Bucs
Tim Reynolds
4,
stranded
your Chinooks
over at
2
first
times
after
per
his
play.
walk,
Two
and we
wins
go
at the
to the third. Still 4-2 Bucks
no
lead.
one does
We'll be right
more
back.
for veterans than
We go to the third here at Lee Jordan Field. Glad you're joining us. Milo Hoffman with Alex Burstein. Bucks still lead 4-2. And it's a new pitcher on the hill for the Chinooks. It's Liam Neely, who pitches to a 7.32 ERA
batting for the Bucs,
in
number 8,
just
the right
under
fielder,
20
Sean
innings
Coker.
so far this season, 7 appearances. He faces off against Sean Toger. Pitch. Fastball yanked in the dirt, and that caught a bit of home plate umpire Toby Milam. He got out of the way fast. He's flexing his right hand behind home plate now. The catcher, Tim Reynolds, buying him some time. That can't feel too good at all. Nothing on the hand of home plate umpire Toby Milam. We'll get back to play here. Still 1-0 on Sean Toger. Liam Neely stands tall. First base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside. It's 2-0. Toger singled back in the first. His single came after Reese Sherman hit a 3-run shot out to left. Bucks lead 4-2 in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, hit high in the air towards right field. Coming on is the right fielder Medeiros in foul territory, and he makes the play. Right near the Buck bullpen over there in right. A nice running grab from Medeiros, and there's one gone in the top of the third.
Yeah, that one went up really quick, but also came down really fast. High off the bat, but
Batting for the
just
Bucs
did
right
not
now,
have the
number 9,
distance
the
and a
third
good play
baseman,
by the
Grant
right
Haas.
fielder to make it all the way over on the line.
Now it's Grant Haas, the third baseman today for the first time. Up with one gone in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Fastball pours in for a strike on the outer half. It's 0-1 on Haas.
Well, I wonder if this is going to be kind of like a senior day for the Chinooks where they get as many pitchers,
Yeah.
like an all-star game type strategy.
Neely spins and comes home. Breaking ball tapped towards third base. McGlon backs up, gets ready, fires across the diamond in time. Nice arm from Patrick McGlon, and there's two gone in the top of the third.
And there's a reason he's in contention for all league third baseman. He's just been so excellent over there in the hot corner. Bat has come along, but when the ball's hit his way, you do not feel confident as a hitter.
That's definitely come along. He's hitting over 300 this season. Speaking of the all-league honorees, those are slated to come out tomorrow. Excited to see who makes it. Here's the pitch to Rouet. Fastball, slice foul, out of play.
Is our ballot secret?
I think, well, what do you want? What do you want? You want to say our ballot?
I'll
I don't
say
know.
we gave it to McGlon.
Yeah, McGlon he's an excellent third baseman. He's really proved why he's one of the top in the ABL. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball misses inside.
The one rule was no Bucks.
No Bucks. We could not vote for any Bucks. Now, the other media and the coaches of the other teams could vote for Bucks. So those will come out tomorrow. Make sure to stay tuned to the ABL website and Instagram. 1-1. Fastball turned on deep to right center field. Madero's back. He's looking up at the wall. Gone. RJ Rouet to the parking lot in right. His second big bomb of the season. And it's 5-2 Bucs in the top of the third.
Well, he had his oppo shot earlier this season, but that time it's just a sweet spot of the bat, send it pull side to right field, and all smiles for the pitcher turned DH here tonight. A big, big hit for RJ Rouet, and the Bucs back in business.
It's hard to hit it out to right center field.
It is.
Here's Corey Bantam. Fastball down low. It's 1-0. Center field's 400, by far the deepest mark of any ABL field. And to right center, that probably had to go towards 400.
Yeah, 375,
Yeah.
380.
There's the 1-0. Fastball at the knees. Called the ball, though. It's 2-0 now on Corey Bantam. Well, Rouet has 4 RBIs on the season, 2 of them via the homer. Here's the 2-0 to Corey. Fastball sliced down the left field line, foul. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now to the first baseman.
His bat has really come along over the season.
Ruiz definitely has. He had that big game against the Miners where he went 2 for 3, an RBI single in his first homer. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball down and in. It's 3-1 now on Bantam. And today, his second homer of the season. Yeah, like you said, he's been picking it up as of late. He started on the mound here on Wednesday, 4 innings, 3 earned runs. Neely comes home. Fastball lined out to left field, but right at Brady Groves, who backs up, and he makes the play. Well, that'll do it in the top of the third. The Bucs get another off of an RJ Rouet solo shot to deep right center field. 1 hit, 1 run, and nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. You're listening to Bucs Baseball. We'll be right back. Back at Lee Jordan Field, it's 5-2 Bucs lead it. They've scored a run in every inning so far. A Reese Sherman 3-run shot in the first, a sac fly from Landon Underhill in the second, and RJ Rouet just deposited one towards the parking lot in deep right center field, his second big bomb of the season. 5-2 Bucs lead it. Eli Lipinski, the new pitcher on the mound for the Bucs, relieving Nate Muncy, making his 6th appearance on the season. Pitches to a solid 3.38 ERA in 8 innings of work. 5 strikeouts to go along with it. It'll be a right-on-right matchup to start off the frame. Tate Green, the shortstop. He struck out back in the first. It's 272 on the campaign. Lipinski, long pause. Now he comes home. Fastball called to strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Green with 2 homers on the season, 8 RBIs, both homers against the Bucs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, left control near Tate Green's head. It's a duck out of the way on that one. 1-1 now on the shortstop. 5-2 Bucs lead, bottom of the third. Lipinski set at the first base side comes home. Fastball on the outside edge, called a strike. It's 1-2.
Not a bad day for Muncie.
No, not a bad day at all. Gave up 2 runs, both in the first. Settled down in the second, no runs. Had some traffic, but he worked around it for the most part. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball left outside. A nice take from Tate Green. From our vantage point here in Chugiak, our last time here in Chugiak, unfortunately, you can really see the ball well. And breaking balls, yeah, we've got that covered. 2-2. Here it is. Fastball swung on, ripped towards center field, and it drops in front of Underhill. He fields it on a high hop. A leadoff single for Tate Green in the bottom of the third. Chinooks still down 5-2, trying to get the offense going once again.
Yeah, Green just took that one high in the zone and sent it right back towards center field. Nice job by Underhill to come in, but could not make a grab, cut it off, and good piece of hitting for the 2-hitter.
That brings up Carson Clark, who doubled in the first, start a string of 3 straight doubles for the Chinooks in the first. That brought home 2 runs. Green off of first. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit high in the air, right side of the infield. Jaden Toki, the second baseman, comes over, and he makes the grab. Tate Green stays right at first base. A big out for Lipinski here in the bottom of the third. Five to 2, Bucs still lead. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning. It's Jake Mitchell now the hitter for Chugiak. He brought home Carson Clark back in the first. An RBI double, like I said, 3 straight of those. Lipinski comes set at the letters. Now he comes home. Fastball poked high in the air, foul territory. That'll make the stands.
And that's a foul ball.
It's 0-1 now on Jake Mitchell.
41 AFL-CIO.
272 average on the season for the first baseman. He's put together a real nice campaign. 434 average in his last 7 games. With that double, now it's an 8-game hit streak for him. 0-1. Breaking ball just missed outside. It's now 1-1 on Mitchell.
Breaking ball is good movement tonight from Lipinski. Just has to place it a little bit better, but that could get a few Ks.
He comes set. First base side of the rubber. Checks on Tate Green at first base. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and tight. Reese Sherman forced to his legs on that one. A full stand up for the catcher. 2-1 now on Jake Mitchell. 5-2 Bucs lead. We're in the bottom of the third. Defense played straight away for Anchorage. Check back to first. Green's safe sliding. We said Corey Bantam will probably play a few innings at first, and then according to Joe Silva, will move to third as the game goes along. Here's the 2-1. Fastball yanked outside. 3-1 now on Mitchell.
I don't think that happens all too often.
No. I mean, you do see first baseman play third.
Yes.
It's a sort of similar position in terms of movement. Corey Bantam has the arm for it. Wonder when it's going to happen. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball left inside, ball 4 to Jake Mitchell. He walks on over to first, Tate Green up to second. Now first and second for the Chinooks with 1 gone in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, Lipinski just off on the edges in that at-bat. Missed down low and outside. That last one high and inside. So just want to clean that up, take an inch or 2 off your pitches, and you can have a couple quick outs.
Here's Patrick McGlon, third baseman. Lipinski comes home. Fastball tapped towards third base. Haas cuts it off, fires to second one. On to first, not in time. It bounces away from Bantam. Tate Green comes home to score. McGlon to second base on the error. So the Bucs do get 1 out. It was 5-4 the put out, but Toki's relay tried for the double play, not successful. 5-3 now, Bucs still lead, bottom of the third.
Yeah, and that's one of those that you just don't really need to throw if you're Toki. The runner already close to first base. You don't want to risk any further damage. Instead, you let an unearned run come across the plate, and just like that, it's a 2-run game.
The 9th error on the season for Jaden Toki. He leads the Bucs in that category. 44th error for the Bucs this season. They lead the ABL. Here's Keaton Laidley, the hitter. Pitch. Fastball hit hard towards center field, but right at Landon Underhill, who makes the grab at the letters. That'll do it in the bottom of the third. The Chinooks do get one run off of an E4 from Jaden Toki. One man left on base. It's Patrick McGlon at second base. We'll be right back. Go into the fourth. 5-3 the score. You're listening to Anchorage Bucs Baseball.
8-5.
Back at Lee Jordan Field in cloudy Chugiak, Alaska. Glad you're joining us. Milo Hoffman here with Alex Herstein as we head to the fourth. 5-3 Bucks lead it. The Chinooks did get a run in the last frame on an error from the second baseman, Jaden Toki. And speaking of Jaden Toki, he'll lead off the top of the fourth. Second baseman today. He walked back in the second. It's 2:05 on the season. Liam Neely still on the rubber for the Chinooks. He comes home. Fastball tap foul, third base side out of play. It's 0-1 on Toki. There's been a whole lot of offense this evening here in Chugiak. 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third for the Bucks. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball away. It's 1-1 now on Toki. It seems like it's kind of split when we come here to Chugiak. It's either gorgeous and you can't see a cloud in the sky, the mountains out to right field are stunning, or it's cloudy like this. 1-1. Fastball yanked outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now to Toki. Of course, we're happy because there's no rain. There's no precipitation, so we're perfectly fine here in Chugiak, Alaska. Last time we were here on Wednesday, it was stunning. 2-1, here it is. Fastball ripped into left center field. Back goes Groves, and he makes the diving play. He made the play in left center field towards the gap. He got to one knee, a nifty play, and there's 1 gone in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, I feel like Brady Groves always ends up in the grass, and somehow it almost always works out. He's a very mobile player out there in left field, and that time it works to his advantage.
Here's Austin Gamel. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. 1 gone, top of the fourth pitch. Fastball left outside. And it's 1-0 now to the left fielder.
Well, the first game was cloudy, but since then, most of them have been sunny here.
That's the one I remember.
Yeah, because that time it was worse than this because you couldn't even see the tops of the mountains.
1-0, swung on, ripped foul, right side. Dylan Espinal, the first base coach for the Bucks, had to duck out of the way on that one. We've seen him make a couple nice plays, though. I will say Dylan Espinal, former infielder, he's regarded as the infield coach as well for the Bucs, so he's got quick hands, nothing to worry about. 1-1 on Austin Gamel, 1 gone, top of the fourth. Neely spins and fires home. Off speed, misses inside. It's 2-1 now on Gamel. Gamel hits 191, but he's been swinging it better as of late. 3 for his last 9. Digs into the lefty box. Here's the 2-1. Fastball inside, and it's 3-1 on Gamel. Takes a deep breath, stares down the sole of his dark black bat, taps it on home plate, and now he digs back in. 5-3 Bucks lead, top 4. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. It was down low, and it's 3-2 now on Gamel.
That's a pitch he realizes he should have taken for the walk, but Gamel's a guy who battles at the plate and really wants to put something into play.
Payoff pitch on its way. Here it is. Fastball chop foul, and they'll do it again. You can tell Gamel wasn't happy with that swing because, like you said, he spun away, and he said, I shouldn't have swung at that one. That was probably ball 4. Trying to reach for the second time today, hit by a pitch back in the second. 3-2, 1 out, 5-3 Bucs lead, top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Fastball ripped into right field. Medeiros is there, though, comes on, and he makes the play. So 2 hard-hit balls towards the outfield, one to Groves, one to Medeiros, and there's 2 outs in the top of the 4th.
The outfielders have been placed well tonight. I feel like most of the stuff since the second inning has been hit right their way. Robbed a couple of hits on both sides of the ball.
Here's the top of the lineup for the Bucs. It's James Provencio. He's 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch back in the first. Right on left matchup, Neely fires home. Fastball left outside. 1-0 on Provencio. 278 average for the shortstop today. First game at shortstop for the Bucs all ABL season. 1-0. Fastball poked towards left field, down for a base hit. Provencio aboard with a 2-out single. And the Bucs have something going here in the top of the 4th with the heart of the lineup coming up.
Yeah, that one just found the gap between the shortstop and third baseman perfectly. A low line drive. That's what Provencio's done all season long, and way to go Oppo for that as well.
He's going well when he's going Oppo.
Yeah.
He's had a couple hits as of late going to the opposite fields. Here's Landon Underhill now. Provencio leads off of first. Underhill hit a rocket to center field in the second. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a strike. It's 0-1 now in Underhill. That hard hit ball brought home Toki. A sac fly for Underhill. His 12th RBI on the season. 5-3 Bucs lead, top of the 4th. Provencio off of first base. He just hit a single to left. Neely comes set first base side. Now he comes home. Slider misses down low. It's 1-1 now on Underhill.
I feel like Provencio might use the gaps in the infield better than any player in the league because he doesn't have a lot of bloopers or hits over the heads of infielders. He just finds those gaps every time.
A pure contact guy. Check back to Provencio. He's in sliding. He's the typical leadoff man. And, you know, he hasn't been hitting leadoff all year long. The leadoff position for the Bucs has sort of bounced around from Grant Haas to Kai McGarry. Underhill has seen time at leadoff. But today it's Provencio. He's done nicely. Aboard twice. 1-1. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now.
I cannot even begin to guess who will be the leadoff guy come Monday.
If I had to make a guess, I'd probably go Kai McGarry just because he's seen the most time there. He's been swinging it pretty well as of late. But who knows?
They moved him low, though.
2-1. Fastball hit high in the air towards left field. Playable for Brady Groves. He backs up a few steps, reaches out his glove, and he makes the play. So that'll do it in the top of the 4th. The Bucs lead Provencio stranded at first after his 2-out single. 1 man left on base. No runs come across. We'll go to the home half. We'll be right back. It's Bucs baseball. Don't go anywhere.
Your Shinooks streak tonight's game brought to you.
Welcome back to Lee Jordan Field, everyone, as we go to the bottom of the fourth. The Bucs lead 5-3. Still Eli Lipinski on the hill for the Bucs in his second inning of relief. Came on for Nate Muncie last frame, and he worked the scoreless frame. Brady Groves leads off for the Chinooks. Down 5-3. Lipinski, long pause. Now he comes home. Fastball hit high in the air towards left field. Gamel now stops in front of the track, and he makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. That had the sound off the bat, but just died out there. Like we've been saying all game long, the wind is really not playing a factor.
Yeah, I mean, right now, it's a ever so slight gust out to right field, but it's mainly been pointing just straight down today, that flag in center field. So that makes the life of the outfielders a whole lot easy, because not only are you not having a lot of carry, but you also can tell where it's going off the bat.
Lipinski ready to deal to Tim Reynolds. Fastball misses high and tight. It's 1-0. Reynolds walked his last time up, but was stranded over there. 5-3 Bucs lead it. Bottom of the fourth. Last regular season game of the season. Here's the 1-0. Fastball, that hit him. That hit Tim Reynolds on the back, and that had eyes for his number 11 the whole way out of Eli Lipinski's arm. So Reynolds aboard for the second time this evening. A walk and now a hit by pitch. Runner on with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth.
That's going to leave a bruise. But seen what now, 3 hit by pitches, and everyone's gone up and trotted down the first base. So always
that
a
one
good
you
sign.
kind of just got to brace for.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't go anywhere.
There's no bone there. It just hurts.
That brings up Orion Medeiros now. Lipinski looks home. Now he comes home. Breaking ball spins in for strike 1.
Well, you move forward, it hits your left shoulder.
Right.
You move backwards, it hits your right shoulder, and then things get a lot more dangerous. So.
You know, by the way, you have about 0.3 seconds
Exactly.
to make all those decisions. Reynolds ease off first. 1 gone, bottom 4. Breaking ball in the dirt all the way back to the fence. Reynolds easily takes second base. Sherman finally picks it up. Reynolds holds on at second. So the count's 1-1 now. Medeiros with a runner in scoring position. Every time the Bucs have scored, the Chinooks have had an answer.
Yeah, and especially here you have a wild pitch and hit by pitch and back-to-back. So they're just taking advantage of this if you're the Chinooks and trying to do some damage with it.
1-1 on Medeiros. Reynolds off of second base. Toki, the second baseman, holding him on just a bit. Reynolds dancing off now. He retreats back. Pitch. Fastball. Called the strike. Inside edge. It's 1-2.
Yeah, Lipinski is having nothing of that dancing out at second base.
He really got off for a sec there. Looked like he was going to take off, but who knows? His last baseball game ever, apparently, according to head coach Tim Cole of the Chinooks. Here's the 1-2 to Medeiros. Fastball right back here, fouled. Still 1-2 on the right fielder. He struck out back in the second frame. Lipinski comes set, first base side of the rubber. Reynolds leads off of second base. Here's the pitch. Slider, swing and a miss. Down goes Medeiros. Medeiros down via strikes for the second time today, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, that's a nasty breaking pitch from Lipinski. Looked like it was soaring into the zone and then broke to the bottom outside corner. Might have gone for a strike either way, but gets the swing, and that's a big first strikeout of the night for Lipinski.
Lineup flips to the top. It's Isaiah Peridot with Reynolds off of second, 2 gone. Here's Lipinski's pitch. Fastball down low. It's 1-0. Peridot for 2 today. A fly out to left and a line out to shortstop. It's solid, very solid. 298 on the season. Came into the day 6 for his last 11. Here's the 1-0. Fastball tails outside. It's 2-0 now. Of course, now 6 for his last 13. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Reynolds off of second base. Bucs lead at 5-3. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Glad you're joining us. Here's the offering. Fastball left down and away. It's 3 balls and no strikes now to Peridot. A 2-out rally is not what you want against the Chinooks. Lipinski trying to knot this down here and get out of it. Reynolds takes his lead off of second base. Lipinski comes set at the belt. Checks on the runner. Here's the pitch. Fastball down the middle. 3-1 now on Peridot. Right on left matchup. Peridot waves his bat. Now rests it along his left shoulder. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 4. He shovels his bat towards the dugout, moves up to first base. Now first and second for Chugiak with 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, contact hasn't been the problem for Lipinski this inning. It's just finding that zone. Had a nice strikeout, but hit by pitch, wild pitch, and now the walk. So you still have those 2 outs. Just got to get something that your defense can play with.
Take Green, now the go-ahead run. Pitch, swing and a miss, throw down to third. Reynolds is off. It gets by the third baseman Haas. Trickles into left field. Reynolds scores easily. Peridot moves up to second base, and it's 5-4 Bucs now. The errors continue to hot Anchorage. An ABL worst 45 on the campaign.
Yeah, and that one was just spiked right to the left of the third base bag. No chance for Haas to get it. Very costly error there by Reese Sherman.
Peridot now off second base. He dances. Here's the pitch. Fastball left outside. So Reynolds scores on what's his final MLB game. Final game in his career. That's a nice note. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone. Here's Lipinski's pitch. Fastball hit on the ground towards third base. Haas dives, comes up with it to his knees, fires in time. A nice play from Grant Haas to retire the side in the bottom of the 4th. But the Chinooks do get 1 run via another error for the Bucs. 1 man left on base. We'll go to the 5th. 5-4 now the score. We'll be right back.
Advocacy, community service, camaraderie, and
Back here at Lee Jordan Field, glad you're joining us. Milo Hoffman here with Alex Burstein as we go to the 5th. The Bucs lead it 5-4, but boy, the Chinooks have really had an answer every time the Bucs have scored. Anchorage has scored in 3 of 4 innings, so has Chugiak, just 1 run less. It's still Liam Neely on the hill for the Chinooks. He'll face off against Reese Sherman, the catcher, to start off the frame. Sherman so far today, 1 for 3. Well, he homered out to deep left, first of the season. Pitch. Fastball called to strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. You got to think that homer feels so good for Reese Sherman. We've been saying it all year long. He's the one guy who hadn't had one that you expect to have one. Now he does. 0-1. Breaking ball spins down low. It's 1-1.
I'm shocked they did not give an error on Sherman in the last inning.
Yeah.
Still has just 1 error, so he benefited.
1-1 pitch. High and tight on the fastball. Sherman ducks out of the way. It's 2-1.
Yeah, I guess it's a bang play, but
That's an error.
yeah.
Because, I mean, that ball just got by Grant Haas. I think it's unfair to say the runner would have scored, without that errant. 2-1. Fastball tapped on the ground towards short. Green to his right. Throws off balance in time. Nice scoop from Jake Mitchell. 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Tate Green, who struggled over at shortstop, has 7 errors on the campaign. Didn't look like it there.
We talked about all the shortstops in this league have been impressive this season, and that's continued tonight.
And Tate Green, normally his hitting is what carries him, but right there showing he can flash the glove as well. Here's Sean Toger, Neely spins and fires home. Fastball taken for a ball outside. It's 1-0. Defense has looked pretty good today, despite the 2 errors it should be for the Bucs. 1-0. Fastball tails outside, 2-0. The Chinooks have had a couple nice plays, a couple hard hit balls just right at the outfielders. Brady Groves made a nice diving play. Medeiros has been involved, the right fielder. 2-0 on Sean Toger, 5-4 Bucs lead, top of the 5th, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit hard towards center field. That'll dunk in for a base hit. Right in front of Peridot. Toger aboard with his second single of the evening. Runner on with 1 out, top 5.
Yeah, nice night for Toger, making his first start in the outfield in a couple of weeks, and he's just been hitting the ball to the outfield tonight. Very, very solid contact from the right fielder, and his bat has come along excellent near the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, now up to a 321
Batting for the
average.
Bucs, number 9, the third baseman,
Came
Grant
into the day,
Haas.
388 average in his last 5 games. Here's Grant Haas, pitch. Fastball outside. 1-0 now to the third baseman, who made a really nice play to retire the side in the bottom of the 4th. His first game at third base all season long. Joe Silva before the game said, listen, he's comfortable on the left side of the infield, so we're comfortable putting him at short or third. Here's the pitch. Fastball chop foul. Play by Joe Silva. He caught it at the knees. Nice play from the head coach and third base coach of the Bucs. 1-1 the count on Grant Haas. Toger leads off of first. 5-4 Bucs lead it, top of the 5th. Final regular season game of the season. Game number 29. Neely comes set at the knees. Make that the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down low. It's 2-1 now on Grant Haas.
I wonder if we see Sean Toger take off for second here. Already has a stolen base today. If he control out of Neely and you take that double play out of consideration.
Haas is 0 for 2 today. A ground out and a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Yanked in the dirt. Another heater. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Grant Haas, the third baseman.
Well, his last 2 pitches would have been the time to do it.
Yep. Toger, not a guy you'd expect to steal too much, but he's an aggressive base runner.
I mean, he's in right field, so you know he has
True.
speed.
Also very athletic, a two-way guy. Done pitching this season, so will play majority outfield and first in the championship series. 3-1. Fastball in the dirt once again, ball 4 to Grant Haas. He chucks his bat towards the dugout. Toger up 90 feet, and now it's first and second for Anchorage with 1 gone in the top of the 5th. And head coach Tim Cole of the Chinooks trots on out. He looks like he'll probably take the ball from Liam Neely. Still walking out towards the mound. The entire infield gathered around, and he takes the ball, looks towards the bullpen, and that'll do it for Neely here in the top of the 5th. His final appearance on the regular season this year. We'll be right back. We'll take a quick break. It's Bucs Baseball. Don't go anywhere. Back here at Lee Jordan Field, still in the top of the 5th inning. A new pitcher on the hill for the Chinooks. It's Caleb Freeman, who's making his 5th appearance on the season. He's 1-0 with a 2.25 ERA in 8 innings of work. A big, tall righty on the mound, stands at 6'4", 230. He'll face off against R.J. Rouet to start off the frame. First and second for the Bucs. It's Toger at second, Grant Haas at first. It was a single for Toger and a walk for Grant Haas. Bucs trying to add on to their 5-4 lead here, top of the 5th.
Batting for the Bucs, number 11, the designated hitter, R.J. Rua.
R.J. Rouet takes a long stare down the middle of his black bat. A couple check swings. Now he digs in. Freeman comes set first base side of the rubber. Peers in from the sign. Gets it from Tim Reynolds. Now he's set. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken at the knees, called a strike. It's 0-1. Caleb Freeman attacks with a 3/4 release. That's got to be way different from what the Bucs have seen so far today. Liam Neely and Cade Fujioka, not the same. Toger off second, Haas off first. Here's the pitch to R.J. Rouet. Misses outside on the heater. It's 1-1. Rouet hit a homer his last time up, 1 for 2 on the day. It was his second bomb of the campaign. Out to deep right center field. Made it to the parking lot over there. You don't see that too often. Freeman comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lifted high in the air towards left field. Groves on the run towards the foul line, and it's out of play towards the Chinooks bullpen over there. That really had some carry. The wind is pretty dead here at Lee Jordan Field, so R.J. Rouet got good wood on it. It's 1-2 now on the DH.
He wouldn't complain about it.
1-2 the count. Freeman steps back on the rubber. Rouet lifts his bat up off of his left shoulder. Here's the pitch. Taken outside on the changeup. It's 2-2. Boy, Freeman really has some tail on his pitches. And it doesn't help that he's coming at you from a 3/4 arm angle. It runs even more. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners off first and second for the Bucs. Pitch. Swing and a miss. A heater right on by. Foul tipped into the glove of Tim Reynolds. And there's 2 gone in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, that might be the fastest pitch we've seen all night from any pitcher. Experienced guy in Freeman who's worked on his fastball the last couple of years, gotten some velocity on it, and just blows that one past Rouet.
That brings up Corey Bantam now. He's 0 for 2 with 2 lineouts, both to left field. He's made some good contact today, trying to get one to fall. 2 gone, top 5 pitch. Left outside. It's 1-0. Freeman comes home, and after he releases the ball, he comes set in a defensive position that you're not really used to seeing from every pitcher. You're told to do that so you can be an extra defender, but Freeman really emphasizes it out of that 3/4 angle. Haas off first, Toger off second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and sliced foul out of play. It's 1-1 on Bantam. Corey comes in, a .217 hitter. He's been doing a whole lot better in the month of July, though. 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs and 3 walks. Freeman set first base side of the rubber, peers in for the sign. Now he gets it, comes set. Here's the 1-1. High and wide on the heat. It's 2-1. Outfield pulled slightly to right with the lefty Corey Bantam at the dish, although he's gone to left both times today. Both runners take their leads. Top 5, 5-4, Bucs lead it. 2 gone, the count's 2-1 on Corey Bantam. Freeland stepped off the rubber just a bit. Now he's back on. Right on left matchup. Last regular season game of the ABL. It's gone by so quickly. Long pause for Freeman. He's smiling on the mound. He shakes off for the 20th time, it seems. And now finally Tim Reynolds, the catcher, will walk on over to the pitcher's mound. Some confusion there, or just some jokes. I don't know exactly what was happening.
Got to be some type of miscommunication. I think they just didn't have the pitch because that was a very short meeting.
Tim Reynolds already back behind home plate. 2 balls, 1 strike on Bantam, 2 gone, top 5. Runners off first and second for the Bucs. It's Haas on first, Toger at second base. 5-4 Bucs lead it. Freeman comes set, and now he comes home. Breaking ball pours in for strike two, a back door, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Deuces Wilds here, top 5.
Freeman is in no rush. He is one of the slowest pitchers we've seen in the league.
Now he's ready. 2-2. Left outside on the heat. 3-2 now in Bantam.
I mean, most of these games have been pretty quick and choppy, but this game has kind of come to a slug's pace.
You expect that with a whole bunch of runs, but really it's been fast, it seems. This inning, though, of course, a pitching change. Now Freeman, who works slowly on the mound. He's set, though. Here's the payoff pitch. Called strike 3, a backdoor breaking ball, and Caleb Freeman skips off the rubber. That does it in the top of the 5th inning. 1 hit, 2 men left on base, and no runs for Anchorage. We'll go to the home half. Chinooks down 5-4. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bucs Baseball. We go to the last of the 5th here at Lee Jordan Field in the last game of the regular season, game number 29, Bucs and Chinooks. Bucs hold a 5-4 lead. Still Eli Lipinski towing the slab for Anchorage. 5-4 lead, like I said, but every time the Bucs have scored, which they haven't in the last 2 innings, the Chinooks have had an answer, so a chance to peer in to the Anchorage lead. Carson Clark leads off for Chugiak. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken down the middle. 0-1 now on Clark. Clark is 1 for 2. He doubled back in the first. He flew out in the third. That double in the first started a 2-run rally for the Chinooks. A 2-out, 2-run rally. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball called to strike at the knees. It's 0-2. Well, Alex has left the booth now. He's now coming back. He just went to the bathroom. He's eating a hot dog with his hands because he was given the hot dog with no bun.
Yeah, it's not a diet thing.
0-2 left outside. It's 1-2.
This is a first. I feel like I'm in the hot dog eating contest.
But here's the kicker. I was given 1 hot dog with a bun. Alex was given 2 without a bun. So which would you rather? Double, as the 1-2 pitch is left outside all the way back to the screen. It's 2-2. Or a single with the bun. You gave me the option. You said, which would you rather? I rathered the 1 with the bun.
Yeah, so there's your answer.
As he scrapes the hot dog across the other hot dog to scoop up some ketchup. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch. Fastball cold. Strike 3 at the knees. That had some zip to it. And there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 5th.
Focus on the baseball play-by-play, not the food play-by-play.
Maybe Eli Lipinski wants us to talk more about hot dogs. It's good for him. He's trying to work his 3rd straight scoreless inning out of the pen. He's doing it against the heart of the order right now as well. Jake Mitchell up to the plate. First baseman is 1 for 1 with a walk. He doubled back in the first. Right on right matchup, 5-4 Bucs lead. Here's the pitch. Oh, that lost control. A breaking ball over Mitchell's head, who ducked. And it's 1-0. Bottom of the 5th, Chinooks trying to close out their regular season with a win here on home turf. 11-17 record for Chugiak. Pitch. Fastball yanked outside, back to the fence, right in front of us. It's now 2 balls, no strikes on Jake Mitchell. With that double back in the first, he now has an 8-game hit streak to end out the season. That's quite the way to go out for Jake Mitchell, the first baseman, who's been putting together a nice season all year long. 2-0, here it is. Fastball down and outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Chinooks have been a good hitting team all season long. Rank 3rd in almost every category, but that's sort of misleading. Only 4 teams in the league, and the distance between them and the Bucs slim. Fastball called the ball down low. It's a 4-pitch walk for Jake Mitchell. He's on first. A 1-out runner for Chugiak now, bottom 5. They trail 5-4.
That's why you say you're a top 3 offensive team and not a bottom 2.
Right.
Because it's all about perspective.
Top 3, normally a good thing, but when you find out there's 4 teams in the league, a different story.
Little asterisk mark.
McGlon off of first. It's Patrick McGlon. Sorry, McGlon the hitter. Mitchell off of first. Pitch. Fastball down in the dirt. It's 1-0 now, McGlon. Patrick doubled back in the first. He reached on an error in the third. Runner on first. 1 out here. Bottom 5. Shinooks down 5-4. Lipinski comes set at the belt. Now he comes home. Fastball inside, just missed. It's 2-0 now. McGlon up for 3rd baseman of the year here in the ABL. He got Alex and I's vote. Perhaps will find himself honored tomorrow as those nominations come out. Check back to first, not in time, and now Reese Sherman goes out to talk with Eli Lipinski. Just the battery, not the whole infield.
So you know what this solo hot dog experience has made me realize?
What?
I'm definitely not getting the numbers I've said I would in a hot dog eating contest. So what have I said, like 5 in 10 minutes?
Well, you asked me, and I said like 4.
4.
You were like, I could probably do like 8. You can't do 8.
These are abnormally large hot dogs, I will say. However,
it's filling.
Maybe 3? 3
so
on a good day?
3 now.
Yeah.
I think if you're starving going into it, you
true.
could come up with maybe 5.
It's not even the hunger level. It's just like hot dogs are a hard food to eat.
And I don't know if eating hot dogs is going to pump like the adrenaline for me to get me through. 2-0. Fastball ripped into deep left center field. Gamel on the run. Now he stops and he makes the play. He was positioned really well out there in left field. 2 outs. Jake Mitchell retreats back to first. We're on the bottom of the 5th. Chinooks trail 5-4.
Now batting before your Chinooks, number 23, the
Hot dogs and baseball. It's America's pastime.
It sure is. Final regular season game here at Lee Jordan Field. Last time to snag a hot dog in Chugiak. Now the hitter's Keaton Laidley. DH today. 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled left field. That'll make the stands.
And that's in a foul ball, sponsored by Carlson Law Group.
Laidley so far today 0 for 2, a ground out and a line out in the 3rd. Bucs are on a 3-game losing streak, but before that 3-game snide, they won 3 in a row. Have been a very streaky team in the month of July, trying to go into the championship series against the Miners on a high note. Right on left matchup. No balls, 1 strike. The count to Keaton Laidley. He's the go-ahead run. Mitchell off first pitch. Fastball yanked down in the dirt. Gets by Sherman. Mitchell goes to second easily with no throw. Runner in scoring position now for the Chinooks. 2 gone, bottom 5.
Yeah, the wild pitch hurt Lipinski that last inning, so we really just want to find control, especially in these 2-out scenarios, and put something into the zone.
Laidley sports a whole bunch of bright yellow. He has a bright yellow piece of Under Armour down his right arm and 2 bright yellow batting gloves. Close stance. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Lipinski seems to be laboring just a bit out there. Nobody warming up in the Buck bullpen, so this will be his inning to finish out at least.
This has to be his longest appearance of the season.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on second. Here's Lipinski's pitch. Heater missed inside. It's 3-1 now. So Keaton Lanley ahead. Jake Mitchell takes his lead off of second base. Chinooks down 5-4. Bucs have 5 hits, 5 runs. Chinooks have 4 hits, 4 runs. Sometimes it just works out easily like that. Here's the 3-1. Fastball hit on the ground towards first base. Bantam fields it at the shoes, fires to Lipinski, and they got him in time. A nice cover from the pitcher, and that'll do it in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Chinooks lead Jake Mitchell out at second after his walk. No runs, 1 man left on base, and we'll go to the 6th. I'll pass things over to Alex Burstein. He'll take you the rest of the way. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Back here at Lee Jordan Field to the top of the 6th inning, Bucs with a slim 5-4 lead over the Chinooks in the 2025 ABL regular season finale. Bucs have already punched their ticket to the championship series against the Miners starting this coming Monday, but they would love to end the regular season in winning fashion. Caleb Freeman in for another inning of relief. He faces off against Jaden Toki to start off inning number 6. Freeman, the tall right-hander, stands as far left as possible on the rubber and fires. Toki hits one in the air towards right field, giving Chase Medeiros toward the line, and it drops just foul. Toki gave that one a ride to opposite field, and it ended up right near the bullpen mound of the Bucs out there in right field. Nice hit by Jaden Toki, and he'll head back to the batter's box with no 1 count. Well, a loud start to the 6th. Toki still searching for hit number 1 of the day. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, a flyout, and a run. Freeman sets at the belt, the 0-1. Breaking pitch gets in there for a strike. 0-2 the count. Freeman operates with a 5-pitch rotation. You don't see those a lot from college guys. A sinker, sweeper, cutter, 4-seam, and a changeup. He sets in the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Outside breaking action gets Toki chasing, and just like that, there's 1 away in the top of the 6th. Well, Toki hit the high soaring foul ball to start off the at-bat, but after that, it was all Freeman's game. He gets his 3rd strikeout of the outing and just 3 batters faced. And now it'll be up to Austin Gamel to try to get the first reach against the recent commit to Eastern Kentucky University. First pitch, taken outside. Freeman will be playing his 5th year, his grad year at Eastern Kentucky, his 3rd school. He started off at North Greenville, so at Jacksonville this past spring. The 1-0. Hit in the air towards right center field, towards the wall. Perito to the track, dives and makes the grab. What a play by the center fielder. Robs extra bases from Austin Gamel, and just like that, there's 2 away in the top of the 6th. Made up a ton of room out there in right center. He's been one of the best outfielders in the league this year. And now there's 2 away for James Provencio. So, quick start to the 6th for the defense. First pitch, outside. Freeman adjusts his pants, holds his beige glove across his left thigh, and now sets for the 1-0. Here it comes. Provencio watches a pitch high and outside. Freeman with just 8 appearances this past spring. Came in as a second half addition for the Shinooks this summer. And now has gotten a ton of playing time for this Chugiak squad. 2-0. Pitch just misses down low. And Provencio, just like that, is ahead in the count 3-0. Freeman sets his glove near his blue belt, looks in, and the 3-0. Provencio takes a fastball inside and will get a free pass. 4 pitches, 4 balls, and the Bucs have a runner aboard in the top of the 6th. So a little bit of momentum for this Anchorage team after a strikeout and a flyout to start off the inning. And it's up to Landon Underhill to keep the party going for the Bucs. Swings his black bat just outside of the lefty's batter's box, and now will step in for his 4th at-bat of the day already. Bucs have been chugging through the lineup. 5-4, they lead top of inning number 6. First pitch. Underhill takes a pitch to the outside part of the zone for a strike, 0-1. Lots of late breaking movement on these throws from Freeman. Talked about has that sweeper. He's used that as well as the fastball. Plenty already. Bends his knees on the mound, looks in the 0-1. Popped foul out of play to the left side. Second Summer League team of the summer for Caleb Freeman. We mentioned he was a second half addition. He started the summer off in the Southern Collegiate Baseball League, was with the Mooresville Spinners, a couple of good appearances in June, and then made the trip out to Alaska for July. So seeing all parts of the country here this summer. No balls and 2 strikes on Underhill. Next pitch. Breaks outside. And it's a 1-2 count. Freeman scrapes his white cleats across the pitching rubber here at Lee Jordan Field. Gets ready in the 1-2. Runner takes, pitch outside, throw down the second. Diving Provencio, tag in time. A dot from Tim Reynolds, his first runner caught stealing of the year, and the Bucs head back to the dugout disappointed here in the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one stranded. They still lead 5-4 as we turn the page to the bottom of the 6th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Back here at Lee Jordan Field, bottom of the 6th inning. Alex Burstein here with you alongside Milo Hoffman. A slim 5-4 lead for the Bucs over the Chinooks in the final game of the regular season here in the ABL. Kade Wagert comes onto the mound to relieve Eli Lipinski here in the 6th for the Bucs. The tall right-hander sets up shop on the left side of the rubber, turns, and the first pitch. Fastball poked towards right field. Over is Toger, and it drops for a base hit. Single by Brady Groves to start off the bottom of the 6th. Toger rushed in but could not make the grab. A nice blooping hit for Groves. He breaks out an 0-for-17 streak, and the Chinooks have the tying run aboard in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, there's really nothing that Toger could have done there. Just a ball off the end of the bat who got just enough of it. A bloop right in front of him, so Chinooks have something going here.
Brings Tim Reynolds to the plate, threw out a runner to bring the top half of the inning to a close. Wagert looks and fires. First pitch high, 1 ball and no strike on the right-hander. Was a catcher for was a manager for TCU this past spring after finishing up his JUCO career. Wagert sets, and the 1-0. Bounce towards first base. It's the pitcher Wagert who grabs it and runs to the bag in time. Nice fluid motion there for the pitcher who caught the ball and just ran in stride to get Reynolds out. Does advance Groves to second base, and just like that, there is now 1 away with 1 on in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, it's always easy when the ball takes you to where you want to go. So Wagert kind of just had to hop off the mound there and keep going with his stride towards first base. Nice play.
So, 1 away for the 9-hitter, Ryan Medeiros. He's been impressive in the field tonight. Pair of strikeouts at the plate, though. Righty-lefty matchup. A bouncy Medeiros in the plate. Here's the first pitch. Bounce back to Wagert. He grabs it. Will underhand toss to Bantam at first in time. Groves gets to third on the play, but back-to-back bouncing balls to the pitcher. Has 2 quick outs here in inning number 6.
At the plate for your Shinooks, number 6, the center fielder, Isaiah Peridot.
I feel like that was a pinch hitter, Aiden Tauscher, who came on. Now back to the top with Peridot, yeah.
So, 1 hitter, Isaiah Peridot at the plate. Over at third base, it's Brady Groves. Peridot already with a walk today. Here's the first pitch. Taken high. Wagert, a late addition to this Bucs squad, making just his 4th appearance of the season. Rocks a 5.79 ERA and just under 5 innings pitched. Wrapped up his junior campaign at North Dakota State about a month ago. Here's the 1-0. Taken for a strike on the outer third. Nice late breaking movement there on the pitch from Wagert, and he evens out the count at 1 apiece. Groves over at third base. It's a 5-4 Bucs lead in the bottom of the 6th. Chinooks threatening to tie it. The 1-1. Breaking ball hit high in the air left side. Soars out of play towards the hill here at Lee Jordan Field. Good contact from Peridot. Just needs to straighten it out. Wagert 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the center fielder out of Messiah University. Last game of the season for the Chinooks, trying to end it with a bang. Here we go, 1-2. Pitch taken high and outside.
And it seems like the Chinooks are in like every game they play, and it's always sort of a close one. That it's very entertaining. I mean, yesterday they walked off the Pilots via a 3-run walk-off home run from Carson Clark. So down 5-4 here. You got a feeling they're going to score a couple more.
Peridot stands straight up, the 2-2. Breaking ball left outside. And Peridot earns himself a full count here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner over at third base, 5-4 Bucs lead. Peridot threatening to bring the tying run home here in the last of the 6th. Relax Wagert on the mound, the 3-2. Bounce towards first base and past the glove of Toki. Run in to score, and an RBI single from Isaiah Peridot has this game all knotted up at 5 in the bottom half of inning number 6. Just bounced it in the gap between the first and second baseman. Toki couldn't get his glove on it at second. That's an easy piece of hitting to bring this game even.
Yeah, it looked like Tokyo was going to have a jump at it, but yeah, he came up short. Like I said, Chinooks score one more, tie up the game, and now actually have one more hit than the Bucs on the season, on the game too.
Pickoff attempt to first, not in time. 6 hits for the Chinooks. They've scored 5 runs, 5 for the Bucs. They have scored 5 as well. Tate Green has to keep this game going. Wagert turns his attention home. Another pickoff attempt, not in time. Wagert, after giving up that run, really does not like the idea of someone as speedy as Perito on the base pass. The center fielder leads the league in stolen bases. First pitch. Runner takes, pitch inside, throw down, Perito's already in. A nice throw from Reese Sherman, but no chance to beat Isaiah Perito, who is now up to a league-leading 20 stolen bases. And there's a runner in scoring position with a 1-0 count on Tate Green. Well, for a while, it was the Bucs who were the most aggressive on the base paths. Kai McGarry had the lead for much of the year. As Wagert sets, looks towards second base in the 1-0. Hit high in the air towards left center field. Gamel back to the track, jumps and makes the grab. An excellent play by the left fielder to take away extra bases from Tate Green. And that brings the bottom of the 6th to a close, but not before the tying run comes across home plate. An RBI single from Perito scores Brady Groves. 1 run off of 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner stranded. We turn the page to the 7th. It's a 5-5 ball game here in Chugiak. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. To the 7th we play here at Lee Jordan Field. Bucs with a 5-5 tie score against the Chinooks here in the final game of the Alaska Baseball League regular season. Bucs jumped out to a 5-2 lead, but the Chinooks have crawled back and have it even as we begin the 7th inning. Landon Underhill to the plate for the Bucs to start things off as the lefty crouches in the batter's box. First pitch. Grounded towards short. Charging in, Green makes the grab and throws softly to first base in time. Nice play by the shortstop for out number 1. It just takes 1 pitch to retire Underhill.
Yeah, Underhill now is 0 for 3 on the day. That was by far the softest contact that he's had on the day. Make that 0 for 2, sorry. Sac flied back in the 2nd inning, but still decent swings from Underhill, just trying to see some drop.
Now it's Reese Sherman at the plate. First pitch. Misses inside, 1-0 the count. Freeman in for a second full inning of work. He pitched 1 2/3 and only gave up 1 walk. Already 3 Ks for the right-hander committed to play next year. Here's the 1-0. Tails outside. Aiden Tauscher replaces Orion Medeiros out in right field after the pinch hitting duties for Tauscher in the
last inning. 2-0. Underhill takes a fastball to the bottom outside corner. Brings the count to 2-1. Two balls and one strike on Reese Sherman. Bounces in the righty's batter's box. Next pitch. Inside and just misses the equipment of Reese Sherman. Clipped off the glove of Tim Reynolds. And Sherman moves ahead in the count 3-1.
That looked like it hit him for a second.
Sounded like it did.
Yeah. But I guess not. No argument from Sherman.
Waves his white bat around in front of him and now sets the 3-1. Big swing and a miss. Fastball gets Sherman chasing, and it brings the count all the way full here. 3-ball, 2-strike count to the catcher out of Gonzaga University. Home run back in inning number 1. Brought a 3-run early lead for the Bucs. Here's the payoff pitch. Slider swung on and missed. And Sherman retired on strikes here in the top of the 7th. 2 up, 2 down. That's already 4 Ks tonight for Freeman. In just 2 and almost 3 innings of work.
Yeah, he looks really, really good. I mean, that slider is just belting the other way against the righty, and he has the other stuff, the two-seam fastball that goes the opposite direction.
First pitch misses outside to Sean Toger, the cleanup man tonight for the Bucs. Freeman's interesting. He's obviously a very good ball player, but he also really cares about helping other players get recruited. Created his own company that helps advertise players in the transfer portal. 1-0. Toger pops it up left side. Foul territory, third baseman McGlon gets under it and makes the grab for out number 3. Quick work for Freeman. 5-5, all tied up as we turn it to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here at Lee Jordan Field. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Back here at Lee Jordan Field, we played to the bottom of the 7th, a tie game between the Bucs and Chinooks, all locked in at 5 apiece. Carl Colavecchio comes in for relief here of Kade Wagert after one strong inning from the right-hander out of North Dakota State. Colavecchio making his 8th appearance of the season, and he starts things off against the 3-hitter, Carson Clark, lefty in the batter's box. First pitch. Colavecchio misses inside. Colavecchio, a southpaw himself, one of just 3 left-handed pitchers currently rostered by the Bucs after Anthony Steinhoff exited the team earlier this week. So the numbers dwindling for left-handed pitchers here for the Bucs. We already saw one of them, Nate Muncy, tonight. 1-0. Colavecchio hits the bottom outside corner with a strike, and it's a 1-1 count.
Looks like some defensive changes for the Bucs. Corey Bantam now playing third base. Sean Toger, the first baseman, and Logan Yule has replaced Toger out in right field.
The 1-1. Breaking ball popped up left side out of play. First time we've seen Corey Bantam at third base all season long. We talked about it earlier tonight, but we saw him in warm-ups at third, and he looked very good. He has a big arm, but see how he does in actual gameplay. Ewell, obviously the usual right fielder. The 1-2. Breaking ball hit right back at Colavecchio off his cleat. He picks it up, turns to first, and throws in time. A nice play by the southpaw for out number 1. It just was a low line drive that hit off the bright white cleats of Colavecchio. He jumped up kind of like a cartoon character, had no idea where it was, scrambled, found it, and threw the first, a dart, to get Clark running.
Yeah, Colavecchio didn't know where it was, like you said, and he sort of it took about 2 seconds to figure it out, and was pleased to see that it was only 2 feet away and made a dart throw.
Jake Mitchell at the plate, first pitch. Taken for a strike on the outer third, 0-1 the count. Colavecchio with a 6.14 ERA in just 7 innings, but he's really found his stuff as the latter part of the season has come to a close. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside. Colavecchio originally slated to be the starter for tonight's contest. However, after last night's game got canceled, everything got pushed back a day, and Colavecchio now in for relief tonight. The 1-1. Breaking ball popped up behind home plate, and then that travels out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Mitchell.
And Carl Colavecchio has had an interesting season because he closed the first game of the season. I wonder if they'll keep him in to finish out the last game of the regular season. Who knows?
It would be 9 outs if his offense can get a run. 5-5 we play in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Breaking action from Colavecchio gets Mitchell swinging in the bottom outside part of the zone, and there's 2 away. First strikeout of the night for Colavecchio.
Yeah, really nice stuff from Colavecchio right there. And he hasn't had too much strikeout stuff this season, but when he does, he has that nasty breaking ball stuff that can really, really fool hitters.
Colavecchio works with a slider, fastball, and changeup. He's used all 3 plenty tonight. McGlon at the plate. First pitch, breaking ball, hammered right side out of play. A couple of guys walking in from the Bucs bullpen just looked up and saw how far that one traveled. A well-hit ball for Patrick McGlon. Luckily, it travels out of play. McGlon, 1 for 3 today. Hit a big RBI double back in the first. Colavecchio sets high. Next pitch. Lined right towards the dugout of the Bucs. Ricocheted off the fence. And Grady Ferris walking in, made a nice grab. So nice play by the pitcher for the Bucs. Softly tosses it back, and it's quickly an 0-2 count on McGlon. 2 away here, bottom of the 7th, a 5-5 ball game. Sherman sets up shop. Next pitch. Fastball hit sharply towards Toki at second. He gathers and throws to first in time. And that'll be a 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th, pitched by Carl Colavecchio. All tied up at 5 as we move to the 8th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball.
Grab your red tickets.
To the top of the 8th here at Lee Jordan Field. Alex Burstein with you alongside Milo Hoffman. A 5-5 tie ball game between the Bucs and the Chinooks here in Chugiak. Wind dead, a cloudy day for baseball as Caleb Freeman stays in for his 3rd full inning of work. Faces off against Logan Ewell. First pitch. Lefty takes inside on a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes on Ewell, who came in to right field during the bottom of the 7th, and now will take an at-bat for the first time today. Ewell's been one of the top hitters on this team. Taps home plate with his long black bat, and the 1-0. Ewell swings and rips one towards first base. Couple of bounces into the glove of Mitchell, who charges to the bag in time, and there's 1 away. A big swing from Logan Ewell, but just did not get a lot of speed on that hit.
Yeah, it looked like he had the speed off the bat, but then it sort of just died out there into Mitchell's glove. Quite the way to be introduced to the ball game for Logan Ewell against this tough pitcher who's really been dealing on the mound.
It brings R.J. Rue to the plate, the designated hitter out of Baylor University. Already has a home run tonight. Could use another one of those here. First pitch to the lefty. Dips down low. 1-0 that counts. Well, we learned earlier today, this turf and all the turfs here in Alaska, they look like they travel really quickly, but that's not necessarily the case. I was throwing you some grounders at Mulcahy, and they kind of just died out. Here's the 1-0. Rue lifts one in the air, foul to the left side.
That was very fun.
It was. You got your in-game chop, I guess out-of-game chops,
Yeah.
but flashing the leather. Yeah, you've been wanting to play on that field all year long.
Yeah. Shag a few rounds of BP. I'll take some grounders. I'm ready. Last game of the regular season. Put me in.
Coach, put him in. 1 ball and 1 strike after a long pause. R.J. Rue still at the plate. Freeman needed a new ball. Next pitch. Takes outside. Corey Bantam awaits on deck. It's a 5-5 ball game in the top of the 8th inning here at Lee Jordan Field. Final regular season action for both of these squads. Freeman, the 2-1. Pitch just tails outside, and it's a 3-1 count.
Yeah, it seems like this game has been slowed down, but really it's now a close one. 5-5 ball game. The Bucs are scoreless in their last 4 innings.
Last 3 runs have come to the Chinooks. Next pitch. Rue takes a fastball inside, and that's a 5-pitch walk for the lefty. Bucs have a runner aboard here with 1 away in the top of the 8th, and they'll try to do something with it as Tim Cole, the manager for the Chinooks, makes the long stroll out to the mound, and that might be the day for Freeman, who went 3 full innings of solid baseball. Has not made the call just yet. He might be buying some time for his bullpen. There's a possibility that Freeman stays in. He's looked good, just an uncharacteristic walk, and yeah, they'll keep him in.
Yep.
So, a tall right-hander sticks in for at least another batter. Joe Silva is going to come over and have a quick word
Now
with...
Kirk Schreider's out as
Yeah.
well. Assistant coach. Interesting what's happening here. Corey Bantam's
I don't know who they're going to talk
Right.
with. Yeah, Joe Silva's coming over to talk with Kirk Schreider. I wonder if they're trying to see something with the lineup or maybe a hitter change. Corey Bantam is still walking to first. There shouldn't be, walking to home plate. There shouldn't be a problem with Bantam hitting here because he did move positions, but he did not move in the lineup. Now Joe Silva's talking over to Dylan Espinal at first base.
Oh, so they're going to take R.J. Rue out.
Wow, so a lot of talking, and it all ends with Kai McGarry being the pinch runner here. Couldn't be shouted across the field, had to do secretly in the dugout. But either way, the Bucs leader in stolen bases at 12. Kai McGarry comes to the plate as the Bucs try to scratch the go-ahead run across the plate here in the 8th inning. We'll see what implications that has on the defense. Probably not much, as Rue was the designated hitter. But for now, it's McGarry over at first base and Corey Bantam at the plate, the strong hitting lefty. Pickoff attempt to first, not in time. It's a low throw, and good job by Mitchell to pick that one up.
And McGarry was quick to dive there. Wants to get into the game action here.
He's been an everyday starter, got the rest today before the championship series, but now he's right back in action. First pitch to Bantam.
takes a fastball low, 1-0 the count. This is what McGarry's used to over the last year. As a true freshman at Arizona State, was used sparingly in the field, but he was used mainly as a pinch runner because of the speed that the righty has. Now that's happening tonight. 1-0. Pitch takes on high and outside.
Bantam's put together a few good swings today, moving. Now he's at third base, but a couple of lineouts for the big fella, so maybe get a hold of one here.
0 for 3 today. Came into tonight hitting .217, the 2-0. Bantam watches a pitch miss outside, and now it's 3 balls and no strikes on the lefty out of Southwest Minnesota State University. D2 ball. Bantam starred there this past junior season. Now looking to make a big appearance for the Bucs tonight. The 3-0 outside. Just like that, runners at first and second base, and that's going to be the day for Freeman as manager Tim Cook makes the walk out to the mound and call to the pen. So Freeman retired after 3 strong innings of pitching, but worked himself into a bit of a pickle. Runners at first and second with 1 away here as we take a quick break here at Lee Jordan Field. It's a 5-5 ball game between the Bucs and the Chinooks. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Back here at Lee Jordan Field, top of inning number 8, a tie game between the Bucs and the Chinooks. Anchorage threatening with runners at first and second base, but now they've run into the buzzsaw that is Luke Rowland, the right-hander out of Little Rock, making his 6th appearance of the year, the first out of the pen of the entire season. They saved him for the final game. No implications for either team, but the Chinooks would love to end off with a win as Rowland, the righty, sets on the mound and looks in at Jaden Toki, the righty batter. First pitch, McGarry takes towards third. It's a strike. Throw this third, not in time. Kai McGarry has his 13th stolen bag of the year, and there's a runner 90 feet from the go-ahead run for the Bucs here in the top of the 8th.
Great jump from Kai McGarry. And the pitch made it tough for Tim Reynolds to make an accurate throw over to third base. So, big moment now for Jaden Toki.
It was a good pitch, a fastball, but just not good for the throw that Reynolds had to make. He's already caught 1 runner stealing today. No ball, 1 strike count to Toki. Next pitch. Way in the dirt. It settles past the catcher, and McGarry charges home for the go-ahead run. Wild pitch. Bucs take the 6-5 lead in the top of the 8th. A pitch that just soared past the glove of Reynolds. And now the Bucs in control here in the top of the 8th. Bantam gets the second on the wild pitch as well.
Well, that's exactly why you steal third if you're Kade Wagert. The very next pitch, it pays dividends because he comes right home. So nice job by Kade Wagert to work his way around the base paths.
It's a 1-1 count. Next pitch. Toki swing and a miss. An inside slider, and it's a 1-2 count. Roland pitched just 1 inning this past spring for Little Rock against Murray State. But he's found a starting role this summer with the Chinooks. Looks towards second base, the 1-2. Breaking pitch misses outside. A 2.7 ERA in over 26 innings for Roland. He's been a top starter in the entire league. Now getting his last licks of summer ball here in 2025. The run will not get charged to him. It goes against Caleb Freeman. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jaden Toki. Next pitch. Roland misses outside, gets off the glove of Reynolds, who tried to push that one away, but Bantam stays put at second base.
Now control, a bit of an issue here for Roland. He takes a walk behind home plate now, trying to reset.
3 balls and 2 strikes on Jaden Toki. The young ball player taps his bat across home plate and now gets ready for the payoff pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Fastball nasty from Luke Roland. And he gets a big strikeout here. 2 away in the top of the 8th. Runner at second base still in Corey Bantam.
Just high cheese inside on Toki.
Batting for the Bucs, number
Every
5,
one of those
outfielder
pitches,
Austin
Toki was
Gamble.
laid on, so why not go back to it if you're Roland?
So, runner at second base with 2 away as Austin Gamel, the lefty, comes to the plate. Bouncy in the lefty's batter's box. Here's the first pitch. Gamel takes a slider into the zone for a strike. 0-1 the count. Gamel was hit by a pitch in the second. He's flown out the last 2 plate appearances. Hasn't had a hit against the Chinooks since June 13th. The 0-1. Gamel takes inside. Well, we've talked about it. Gamel has had some struggles at second base. He has been excellent in left field tonight. Has really found his glove on a cloudy Saturday evening in Chugiak. 8:23 local time. Roland looks towards second to 1-1. Gamel fouls it back off the helmet of the catcher Reynolds. And it's a 1-2 count. James Provencio waits on deck with Landon Underhill in the hole. So if somehow Gamel can reach, you have a chance to do some real damage with the top of the lineup coming. The silver lining for the Bucs, even if he doesn't, in the 9th inning, looking for some insurance, you have your top guys coming to the plate. Bucs need 6 outs for a win. The 1-2. Gamel, swing and a miss. Chase the breaking ball outside and high, and that brings the top of the 8th to a close, but not before a run comes across home plate. Kade Wagert scores on a wild pitch from Luke Roland. 1 run off of no hits, no errors, and 1 runner stranded. We turn the page to the last of the 8th. It's a 6-5 lead for the Bucs. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Back here at Lee Jordan Field, it's anyone's ball game as we go to the last of the 8th. 6-5, Bucks lead over the home Chinooks as Keaton Laidley, the left-handed designated hitter, comes to the plate to start off the bottom of inning number 8. Faces off against Carl Colavecchio in for another inning of relief. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken high in the zone for a ball, 1-0 the count. Laidley had a big night last night, went 3 for 4 against the Pilots in an eventual walk-off whim. Has yet to record a hit tonight. The 1-0. Breaking ball finds the zone. Colavecchio says he has a slider, but that one looked like a curveball. Lots of great late movements.
Whatever it is, it's working well today.
1 ball and 1 strike. Colavecchio sets at his chest. Next pitch. Another breaking ball tapped back out of play. Joe Silva will stride over to grab the ball, keep this game going. It's about 2.5 hours into a Saturday night contest to close out regular season play in the ABL. Colavecchio stands, the 1-2. Taken low and outside. Ground out, fly out, and then another ground out for Laidley tonight. The Central Arkansas commit out of Paris Junior College. Holds his bat high above his left shoulder. The 2-2. Breaking ball misses outside. Good patience here from Laidley, and he works a full count here to begin the last of the 8th. Chinooks trail 6-5. 11-17 on the year. They would love win number 12 tonight. The payoff pitch. Fastball bounced towards first base, fielded in fair territory by Toger, who walks to the bag in time for out number 1. Toger had some room to work with. Laidley turned on the burners late, but it didn't matter. And there's 1 away here in the bottom of inning number 8.
Yeah, Sean Toger's really confident over at first base. Everything he does over there just seems like it's smooth. So nice play by the first baseman, who will probably see more time at first in the championship series.
Yeah, started today in right, but almost a shoe-in to start at first on Monday. First pitch to Brady Groves, lifted into the air, shallow center field. Underhill chases in and makes the grab for out number 2. So it takes just 1 pitch to retire the left fielder. And now Colavecchio working very quickly, and he's gotten 5 quick outs to start his night.
Yeah, really nice stuff from Colavecchio. Inducing weak contact, which is all you can ask for from a guy like Carl Colavecchio. He's not going to blow you out with the velocity, but he has crafty stuff.
Fastball tops out at 89. Tim Reynolds at the plate. First pitch to the righty. Swung on and missed. Changeup down in the zone. Reynolds tried to dig it out. He couldn't. Reynolds has just 2 hits in the regular season this year. Now in his last game trying for number 3. As Colavecchio steps off the mound. Adjust his cleats in the turf here at Lee Jordan Field. Turf infield, grass outfield. Beautiful field here in Chugiak. The 0-1. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Slider there from Colavecchio gets Reynolds swinging, and he's quickly ahead in the count 0-2. 5 batters faced for Carl Colavecchio, 5 of them retired. A lone strikeout for the lefty. He would love number 2 here. Reynolds sets up shop in the righty's batter's box. The 0-2. Taken just outside. Fastball that tried to get Reynolds to chase, but the experienced ball player held off.
This could be Reynolds' last at-bat.
Yeah, could be his last at-bat ever for baseball. The 1-2. Fastball called strike 3, and that brings the bottom of the 8th to a close. Reynolds watches a pitch down the middle of the zone, and he walks to the dugout with a backwards K. Carl Colavecchio looking great through 2 innings. Bucks lead 6-5 as we go to the final inning of the regular season here in the ABL. 6-5, Bucks on top. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball.
We play to the 9th inning here at Lee Jordan Field. Bucs with a slim 6-5 lead over the Chinooks here. And they'll try to add some insurance here against Evan Rossi in for his first inning of relief. The right-hander out of Seton Hill University stands tall on the middle of the rubber and now looks in at James Provencio. First pitch. Lefty takes a fastball for a strike at the knees, and it's an 0-1 count. Rossi, the league leader in saves. He has 6 of them on the season. Second best is 2. They've gone to Rossi a lot. The 0-1. Breaking pitch outside, and it's a 1-1 count on James Provencio. The leadoff man for the Bucs tonight has been quite good. 4 at-bats. He's reached every single time. A hit by pitch, fielder's choice, single, and a walk. The 1-1. Provencio swings and drives one foul to the left side. Sharp contact off the end of the bat for Provencio, but he falls down in the count 1-2. His father and grandfather watching. Can Provencio come up with a big hit here? The 1-2. Breaking pitch, just grounded foul to the left side. That was a slow-moving slider.
Yeah, Provencio took a second there, kind of like a double hitch in his swing, but just got a piece of it to stay alive.
Next pitch, Provencio fouls it off to the left side again. Rossi with a 2.04 ERA, 3 wins, 6 saves, and 17 innings. He's been excellent this season for the Chinooks in relief. Got up to 17 innings solely off of relief appearances. Very impressive stuff for the Seton Hill Junior. D2 pitcher looks in. The 1-2. Breaking ball outside. And it's a 2-2 count on Provencio. He's a patient guy. He'll wait for his pitch.
Oh, definitely. He's shown it today, obviously. He walked his last time up. He's always put together a good at-bat, and that's what he's doing again right here.
The 2-2. Provencio swings and bounces it towards first base, and it just goes foul. Mitchell charging in, tried to make the grab before it crossed the white line, but field umpire Kenny Aiken said it escaped a little too soon. And we'll keep it at a 2-2 count on Provencio, who makes the long, labored walk back towards home plate. He's tired. It's been a long season. He'll take his sweet time back to home.
Yeah, I mean, good thing there's a day off tomorrow before the championship series.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 3 championship games. Here's the 2-2. Provencio swings an outside breaking pitch and is down on strikes here in the top of the 9th. Late slider got Provencio swinging, and there's one away for Landon Underhill, the 2-hitter. Bucs lead 6-5.
This is a big at bat for Landon Underhill as Tim Cole comes out of the bullpen, or the dugout, that is.
There's no bullpen action, so this is just to talk things over with his pitcher.
Oh, it looks like.
Oh, maybe they are.
This is a very special moment for the Chinooks.
Oh, this is going to be, okay, so this is going to be the end of the career for catcher Tim Reynolds, as the TCU manager and longtime baseball player is going to end his baseball career here in the top of the 9th to a loud sound of applause.
He's been playing baseball his whole life, and this is his last day. Tim Reynolds from Allen, Texas, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, a special moment here for the catcher, who's obviously put many hours into his baseball career. And now he gets a special moment in front of the fans here in Chugiak.
Yeah, this is awesome. Something you see in the MLB sometimes, like Mariano Rivera in his last game when they came out to take him out in the last couple of innings. But yeah, this is an awesome gesture from the Chinooks. And obviously, you're here, you're playing college level baseball. You've been at it your entire life, so to say goodbye to this game is definitely something.
Catching for the Chinooks.
He's moving on to a career in ministry after his playing days. And now he will watch the final inning of play from the dugout as the sun shines down here all of a sudden in Chugiak for the first time tonight.
Oh, look at that.
It's a bright field as Reynolds brings his career to a close. And it'll now be Kevin Akers coming in to relieve Reynolds, the catcher out of Lipscomb University, who's been one of the starting backstops all season long for the Chinooks. And he'll have to deal with the pitching of Evan Rossi here. One away, a strikeout by James Provencio moments ago as Landon Underhill comes to the plate. First pitch. Underhill swings and lifts it foul to the left side. Out of play.
I was saying this is a big at-bat for Underhill. Last at-bat probably, well, depending on how this game goes, before the playoffs. He's been in a little bit of a slump recently, so see if he can break out of it here.
Walked in the first, sac fly in the second. The 0-1. Swung on, bounced towards second base. Routine for Clark, who gathers and throws to first in time off the low bounce. Oh, another big swing from Underhill, but a little too high up on the ball, and that will be easy every day for the second baseman.
Yeah, just an easy bounce for the second baseman, like you said, Clark. So, Reese Sherman up, trying to add on to his nice day.
1 for 4, 3 RBIs off of a home run back in inning number 1. Holds his white bat high in the air from the righty's batter's box. First pitch. Rossi tries a slider, can't get it to work. Misses outside, 1-0 the count. Rossi holds his red and black glove at his face, now the 1-0. Another breaking pitch, this time clips the outer third, 1-1. Pittsburgh native stands tall on the pitching rubber, the 1-1. Again tried it outside, but misses. And Sherman's worked his way to a 2-1 count. This would be a big at-bat for Sherman, trying to get a multi-hit game as the Bucs enter the championship series on Monday. The 2-1, outside. Sherman Hain just .236 on the season. He's had some big games, but he hasn't been able to consistently come through as a bat.
Yeah, and you talk about the big games, one of them here, like I said earlier in the broadcast, 2 for 4 against the Chinooks back all the way in June.
3-1 offering. Sherman takes a fastball down the middle, and the count goes full now on the catcher. Steps out of the righty's batter's box, stares into the sole of his white bat, will scrape it across home plate as Rossi set this whole time, glares towards home plate, comes set, and the payoff pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Sherman tried to chase the inner corner, and there's 3 outs here in the top of the 9th. Bucs go down 1-2-3. Evan Rossi works a clean top of the 9th, and now it's up to the Chinooks. 1 run to tie it, 2 to win it in the bottom of the 9th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. To the bottom of the 9th inning here at Lee Jordan Field. Bucs with a 6-5 lead over the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks. Caro Colavecchio, the Anchorage kid, in for a 3rd inning of relief. Tries to close out this game against the Chinooks and close out the regular season on a winning note. Aiden Tauscher, the pinch hitter, starts things off. First pitch. Fastball taken on the inner third for a strike. 0-1 the counts. Colavecchio has faced 6 batters so far. All of them have been sent back to the dugout disappointed. 6 batters retired. The 0-1. Breaking ball goes outside, and it's a 1-1 count. This will be a huge opportunity for Colavecchio. A 3-inning save for the left-hander. The 1-1. Breaking pitch misses outside and low. Moves it to a 2-1 count.
And Aiden Tauscher, the hitter, normally their leadoff guy. So he's in a comfortable spot right now. Of course, came in as a pinch hitter a couple innings ago, trying to start off this inning. Back-to-back walk-offs for the Chinooks, maybe.
Pats his bat, the 1-1. Swung on and dribbled back. Colavecchio gets ahead in the count, or excuse me, evens out the count at 2 apiece. Right-handed Tauscher, excuse me, the left-handed Tauscher. Grounded out in the 6. Taps home plate with his half-black, half-beige bat. Spins it around a couple times as Colavecchio sets at his chest, a 2-2. Breaking ball hits softly towards second. Toki charges in, throws sidearm to first, just in time. Tauscher sped towards first, and Toger gets him by half a step. A nice play from Toki, and the 4-3 putout gets one away here in the 9th.
That was a close one. That maybe could have gone either way. But home plate umpire Kenny Akins, all at best out of anyone.
Isaiah Perito comes to the plate, 1 away. Chinooks trailing 6-5, first offering. Slider misses high, and it's a 1-0 count on Perito. RBI single back in the 6th inning. He walked as well in the 4th. A 1-for-3 day for the center fielder. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball goes just outside, and it's a 2-0 count.
This is someone the Chinooks want to get on board. The ABL best stealer has now 20 on the season.
Yeah, stole that 20th back in the 6th, but was stranded at second. The 2-0. Frito watches a fastball into the zone. 2-1 the count. Bucs took the lead in the 8th, trying to hold it here. The 2-1. Popped in the air, left side, shallow outfield. It's a shortstop, Prevencio over. He can't make the grab. Bounces in fair territory, and a high pop-up ends with a base hit for the one-hitter, Isaiah Perito. It was the left fielder, left fielder Austin Gamel over there. James Prevencio lost his hat. That's how fast he was running, but no one could make the grab. And the tying run is aboard here in the bottom of the 9th. Chinooks had a walk-off last night, trying to do the same here in their final game of the 2025 season. They already have their best record locked up since 2021. They want one more win. Colavecchio looks towards first base, first pitch. Called for a strike on the top of the zone to Tate Green. It's a weird hit by Perito.
I'm surprised that he's not at second base right now, actually. He was up so long. Probably had a chance to get to second.
Colavecchio sets, now will throw to first base, not in time. So the lefty did not like what he saw out of Perito, who already has a stolen bag tonight. You do not want to get the tying run in the scoring position. The 0-1. Breaking ball popped up right side, foul territory. Toger watches it to the fence and will let it soar to a fan. So count moves to no balls and 2 strikes on Tate Green. He has just a pair of extra base hits in the month of July. One of those here could tie the game up in the bottom of the 9th. 6-5, Bucs lead, 1 away, a runner at first base. Colavecchio stares towards first, now fires. Pitch down low.
You got to expect the runner to be going anytime now. Like I said, 20 stolen bags on the season. If you get in scoring position, that's the tying run.
Sherman's been jumping up. He is ready for the run to come. It just has not happened yet. The 1-2. Breaking ball, bounce towards first base. Toger fields it on a medium hop and will walk to first base in time. Perito gets to second, but there's 2 away, and the Bucs need just 1 out to close out the win, break out of a 3-game skid, and head to the championship series on a sweet note. Carson Clark will come to the plate as Reese Sherman walks out to the mound to have a quick word with Colavecchio. Well, if there's one guy you want at the plate right now, if you're a Chinooks fan, it's Clark. He was in this position last night, and what did he do? Blasted a walk-off home run.
Yep, a 3-run shot against the Pilots. It's funny how baseball works because he gets an opportunity to do something very similar right now. It'll be a left-on-left matchup, so that favors Colavecchio. Let's see if he can lock it down.
Clark adjusts in the lefty's batter's box as he taps his white bat across home plate. A lefty-lefty matchup in the bottom of the ninth. Tying run at second base. First pitch. Breaking ball goes high, and it's a 1-0 count. Mixed results in the 3 innings for the curveball of Carl Colavecchio. He did get that bounced out by Green via the curve last at bat. The 1-0. Rip towards first base and foul.
Ooh.
Sharp ground ball that just skipped to the right of the first base bag. Sean Toger had adjusted, would have had a play. It would have been just a sprint to the bag for out number 3. As home plate umpire Tony Millam will get a few balls from the ball girl here at Lee Jordan Field. And resets 1 ball and 1 strike on the lefty Clark. He doubled back in the first. One of those here would tie the game. The 1-1. Breaking ball, half swing, and the ball bounces foul off the bat of Clark. Colavecchio moves ahead in the count 1-2. 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Bucs trying to close out a 6-5 win over the Chinooks here on a cloudy Saturday night in Chugiak. Clark points his bat towards the pitcher's mound, now readies. The 1-2. Breaking ball, line foul to the left side.
It's interesting because if he goes the opposite way, Corey Bantam over at third base hasn't seen a ball hit his way so far. First time he's playing third this season.
Perito with a small lead off of second base. The league leader in stolen bags. He has speed. The 1-2. Fastball just a hair outside. Clark holds strong, doesn't chase the pitch from Colavecchio, and it evens out the count at 2 apiece. 2-2, 2 away, runner at second base. 6-5, Bucs lead here in the bottom of the ninth. Wind blowing out towards center. Next pitch. Breaking ball, called strike 3 on the outer third, and the Bucs close out the regular season in winning fashion.
And after 9 innings,
Colavecchio 3 shutout relief innings. He picks up the win, and the Bucs victorious 6-5 at Lee Jordan Field for the final time this regular season.
It's been quite a season.
Carl Colavecchio started out the regular season with a save. This time he picks up the win over at Lee Jordan Field. 3 scoreless innings. A really nice bookending to the regular season for the Bucs. And now the real deal starts against the Miners starting on Monday. But a really important win for Anchorage to pick up heading into the championship series. And now they at least have some momentum against what's been the best team by far in the ABL this season.
Yeah, the Miners have had the number of the Bucs since late June. The Bucs stole a couple of early wins from them, but have not been able to as of recent. And that championship series begins Monday night. We'll be back in just a second with your totals. Bucs get the win 6-5 over the Shinooks. And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Back here at Lee Jordan Field, the Bucs close out the regular season 1 game above 500, 15-14, and that 15th win comes in a very small fashion, 6-5, a 1-run victory for the Bucs over the Shinooks tonight, but Anchorage battled and came out on top.
Yeah, and it seemed like the Chinooks were never going to go away. I mean, they always had an answer for the Bucs, and then finally Carl Colavecchio came on, and he had the secret sauce. He knew what to do to shut down Chugiak. The Anchorage kid seals the deal here in the final regular season game. And now it's a big one for the Bucs as they head to the championship series, trying to win back-to-back.
Time for totals here at Lee Jordan Field. Isaiah Perito closes out his season strong. 2 for 4 night for the Chinooks center fielder, including an RBI single in the 6th. That would be the last run scored today for Chugiak. Tate Green with a 1 for 5 day. He scored back in the 3rd. Carson Clark started off the day strong, doubled and scored in the 1st, but ended the day with a strikeout. He went 1 for 5. A big day for Jake Mitchell. He went 1 for 2, an RBI double in the 1st, a pair of walks as well. Patrick McGlon, he also had an RBI double in the 1st, reached via fielder's choice in the 3rd, but ended the day 1 for 4. 0 for 4 night for Keaton Laidley, the DH. Brady Groves goes 1 for 4, scored off of a single back in the 6th inning, the last run for the Chinooks tonight. Tim Reynolds in his final game of baseball in his career goes 0 for 3, was hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th, so he gets a sweet note to end his career. Orion Medeiros goes 0 for 2, and the pinch hitter Aiden Tauscher goes 0 for 2. On the mound, Cade Fujioka goes 2 innings, gives up 3 hits and 4 runs, but he was able to give way to Liam Neely, who pitched 2 1/3 of excellent baseball. 3 hits, but just 1 run. And then Caleb Freeman, the losing pitcher tonight, 3 innings of no hits, but gave up 1 run as a tough luck loss for the right-hander. Luke Rowland and Evan Rossi closed things out with 1 2/3 of scoreless baseball. Moving over to the Bucs, a great night for Anchorage here in their final regular season game of the season. James Cervencio, a single in the 4th, his lone hit, but he reached 4 times tonight, including a fielder's choice, hit by pitch, and a walk. Landon Underhill, 0 for 3, a sac fly in the 2nd and a walk in the 1st. Got an RBI and a run off of those 2 plate appearances. Reese Sherman, 3-run shot in the 1st. His first home run of the season came around to score that time. Obviously, a 1 for 5 night for the catcher. John Toger had another good night, 2 for 4, 3. Had a single in the 1st inning and stole a bag as well. So good night for the right fielder and then first baseman. Grant Haas over at 3rd, his first start at 3rd this season, went 0 for 3 at the plate, but did pick up a walk. RJ Rue, home run in the 3rd, his 2nd of the season, and then came in, walked in the 8th before Kai McGarry came in, pinch ran, and scored the game-winning run, what would eventually be, in the 8th. Corey Bantam over at 1st and then 3rd base, an 0 for 3 night with a walk in the 8th, and then Jaden Toki 0 for 3 with a walk in this run, and Austin Gamel 0 for 3. He was hit by pitch in the 2nd. Across the mound for the Bucs tonight, Nate Muncy goes 2 innings, gives up 2 runs and 3 hits as the starter. Eli Lipinski with 3 very solid innings of baseball, gave up 2 runs, neither of which were earned. 1 hit, 3 walks, 1 K for the right-hander. Kade Wagert, 1 inning, 1 run given up, and 1 hit. But the star tonight, Carl Colavecchio, 3 innings pitched, did not give up a run. The only reach was a single in the 9th by Isaiah Perito. But what a performance for the southpaw.
Yeah, and even that single was a big blooper down the left field line. That wasn't great contact. So really nice stuff from Carl Colavecchio to shut down the Chinooks here in the final regular season game. You know, he's had an interesting season for sure. He hasn't seen the diamond too much, but when he has, he's looked very promising. And now his 2nd save, 1 on opening day, 1 on the last regular season game.
Yeah, storybook for local kid in Carl Colavecchio. And now it turns to the top of the World Series starting on Monday. The Bucs and the Miners in what should be a very fun series. Best of 3, all games over at Herman Brothers Field. And the all-important Game 1 gets underway at 6 p.m. on Monday, 5:45 pregame show here on the Anchorage Bucs YouTube network. And that should be a super fun game.
Yeah, it's big that the Bucs won this one because you got to find anything you can against the Miners, who have been the best team in the league by far. They lead in almost every single statistic this season in the ABL. So they're going to go out there. They're going to be confident. They're going to think they're going to win this thing and bring home a championship to Matsu. So the Bucs need to go out there and shut down Game 1, really come out with vengeance because, listen, if the Miners pick up any momentum of their own, it's going to be tough for the Bucs to combat that. So there needs to be a fast start for the Anchorage Bucs over at Herman Brothers Field, try to pick up the series win.
Your probables for that one, it'll be Cade Finazzo on the mound for the Bucs, Michael Malky in a top 2 showdown of 2 of the best starting pitchers in the league between the Bucs and the Miners. Well, we'll talk to you on Monday night, but that's just about going to wrap up our coverage here at Lee Jordan Field. Your final score from Chugiak, it's the Anchorage Bucs 6, the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks 5. For Milo Hoffman, my name's Alex Burstein, saying so long and good night.